Hello, guys. Sorry, it's me again. Just to have a casual talk, all right, since we are all so awkward right now because we are sitting at this kind of position. Can I know, like, anyone have actually found out what the riddle is? Like the paper that you're holding, the one little paper. For those who are new, I mean, just come in, all right? Can you guys just look at your goodie bag? There's two things inside. One is the program handbook, and another one is a piece of paper. So please make sure the program handbook you are taking is the one matching with your major, which, like, if you are taking accounting, make sure your program handbook is like in the accounting handbook, right? And the other paper is actually an initiative by the BSc to actually divide you guys into groups so you guys can actually communicate better. So take this time to solve the riddle, and after you solve the riddle, you will find out your group name and your busybody name. So why not you guys, after finding out your group name, just and go and walk around and ask people, what are your group names, and just sit together if you want, all right? Your group name, according to your group. Okay, cool. Anyone figured out what their group name is? Raise up a hand. The first one raise up got prize, all right? Anyone? Anyone? No one figured out? All right, I'll walk around, and I think Brenda will walk around as well, all right? So you guys just ask us, all right?
Check. Mic. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Check. Mic. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Just a little hint, all right? There's actually two questions in our paper, all right? The first one, where I want you to guess your group name, all right? It's actually a Malaysian food, all right? A Malaysian kind of food, since it's near to Merdeka. And because we actually wanted to show the international student what kind of food we are having in Malaysia, so that's why we put the group name as a food name. So try to figure out what the group name is. And the second thing is actually a busybody name. It's a name, all right? So after you get the name, try to search who is your busybody, all right? We cool? Anyone, if you guys don't understand, just talk around, yeah? Just raise up a hand, and we'll go around. Okay, an initiative by BSC. Anyone can get the answer. The first one will get the answer correct. I mean, your group name correct. We'll give you a prize, all right? Really, a prize. Okay, there are actually someone who actually figure out their group name already. So I already asked them to actually walk around and see whether their group name match with your group name or not. If yes, you guys can actually choose to sit together if you guys want. All right, there's so many empty spaces. And if you guys don't want, just make sure that he's your group mate, or just like get to familiarize with the face or something. Anyone need help? Anyone need help? Raise up a hand. And if you really, really cannot do it, very hard lah. Why this stupid BSC giving me card question in the morning? All right. What you guys need to do is that just find the people with the same description. All right, same group. Then you guys can get your group name together. All right. We cool? Okay, this game is actually for you guys to get to know each other. Since we are not going to do any physical contact kind of game anymore, just to attach with the new norm. So this will be the game, all right? One of the game. Try to familiarize yourself with your friends, surrounding, and all that kind of thing. Ask Brenda. Brenda has the thing. I'm not sure whether the students in front of the camera can see me. All right, I feel like I'm a YouTuber right now. All right, if you can see me in front of the camera, we will pass you the questions shortly. All right, just don't be worried. All right.
Sorry guys, can I know who is accounting major? Accounting major. Hello guys, can I know who is accounting major? I need to give your goodie bag. Yeah.
Hello guys, attention. Sorry, attention. Anyone who is taking accounting major, please raise up your hand right now because we are passing you the new goodie bags. Accounting major, accounting major. Oh, accounting major who doesn't have their goodie bag, all right? Raise up your hand. Thank you. Guys, if possible, if you guys want to sit together, actually you can discuss with other groups, see whether you guys want to change place or not, right? You guys can do it on your own. Just meet everyone as a friend, all right? Cool?
Testing. Morning, everybody. So if you guys could please be seated, we're about to start the session soon. Don't worry about your group. You can continue finding your group later during lunchtime or during the ice-breaking sessions. So could everybody please retreat back to their seats? Kawan-kawan sekalian. Bowen. Excuse me, Bowen. Ma Bowen. Bro. Okay, never mind. So how's everyone doing? Everybody good? Okay, that's good. Alright guys, so I'm going to introduce you guys to Miss Sumati, who's going to be taking the first session.
All right, I still have to use the mic. Okay. I think I sound much more sexy with a mic, right? Good morning, guys. Welcome to Help University. It's nice seeing your face, your eyes. Okay. I hope you all are practicing social distancing. Yes, thank you very much. Okay. Let me just introduce you to the business faculty, Faculty of Business, Economic and Accounting. Before I start, how many of you guys are more inclined for accounting? Okay, finance? Okay, economics? Okay, never mind. Marketing? Okay, you are the best. Okay, obviously I teach marketing subjects, so obviously marketing is the best. Okay, let me just give you a brief idea of what it's going to be like in the university. Yes, we do have classes in the morning, all the way until afternoon. It's a bad word, I know. Okay, attendance, yes, you should come for classes as much as possible. Okay, so whatever reasons that we normally get would be like the bus broke down, the car broke down, or for example, like, class starts at 8 o'clock and you come at 9 o'clock. These are things that will happen, okay? However, try to make sure that you try to attend as much classes as possible. Now, reason why is being that during class, it's not going to be like open page 37 and I start reading from page 37. All right? It's not going to be that way at all. And we are not going to keep reading the book and then I'll say, turn to page 35 now. From 37, we are shifting to page 35. I'm going to read from page 35. And then I'm not going to go, after this, let's turn to page 40. You're not going to teach in that particular manner. All right? In classes, what we're going to do is we're going to do a lot of hands-on, ad hoc kind of teaching. So basically, if I want to teach you guys something about a company, I would bring the company to you. All right? So the assignments that you get is not going to be write 5 advantages of why this university is good. You will never get assignments like that. Your assignments will be thinking assignments. Your assignment will be like, practical. You guys come to my class, it's all going to be practical assignments. So basically, we link up with companies. We have linked up with companies. Companies will give us things for you to do. So even accounting students will be linked up with a company. All right? All of you guys will be linked up with companies. So you get real life experience. All right? So from day one, it's going to be real life experience that you're going to get. So it's not going to be textbook-based experience. Like my students have conducted, they have taken products from a company. They have actually promoted the company. They designed their websites for them. They designed the billboards for them. And the company paid them money for that. Of course, not a big amount, but a small token amount. Now, while they're doing that, what they learned was, what are the problems you're going to face? For example, budget problem. They keep telling, oh, this is too expensive, cannot. So they got to reduce it. And then color. You'll be surprised, just to design a billboard, color becomes an issue. The company said, we don't like green color. Why? I don't like. Now, it's very difficult sometimes to understand why somebody don't like green color. But it happens. So now you need to think, okay, this company don't like green color. So how do I change that? All right? So now you start to think. So sometimes the reason why people don't like something, there's no reason at all. That's business. That's today's environment. So you need to change according to that. So this is what you will be doing. So guys, if you think that you're going to come down here or buy a textbook, read the textbook, memorize the textbook, and then, successfully rewrite the textbook, that is not going to happen down here. So basically here, it is good that we are making you think, because by the time you finish and you go out, you find that companies are actually very excited to employ you. Because another one that we have is called internship, whereby we send students to work in organizations. All right? Now, while you're doing that, what's going to happen down here is companies are also excited. They see you now, and they see what kind of caliber you are. And I am very, very proud to tell you this, that every time I send students to internship, 80% of the students, not all, 80% at least, that's good, we find that the company that they are working in offers them a job. And when I say companies, I'm talking about big companies, okay? Big and small, medium-sized companies also. All right? They all offer them job because they are happy to see our students. Why they're happy to see our students? One major reason is they are not textbook-based, because we have already made them do a lot of activity-based assignments, so they already know that things are not how it is. Like even today, pandemic. How we have changed according to the pandemic, right? If it's not pandemic, the thing will be completely different. But it has changed. So things will happen. How do we change? So that is what we are looking into down here. All right? So this is something that's being done in the university, it's done in the faculty. So I hope that you guys are also going to be part of it soon. All right? Okay? Now, I'm not going to lie and tell you it's going to be very easy. Okay? It is like any other programs, whether from Standard 1 to Form 5 or Form 6, some of you guys, you'll find that there will be trial, okay, sitting for exams, doing assignments, the crying sessions where you feel that, oh my God, my life is going to go off. This is going to happen here also. However, there will be support systems for you. All right? There will be support systems down here where you have your own student body who will be down there to support you guys. There will be lecturers down there to support you guys. And you also have our dear admins who will be supporting you guys also. All right? This will happen. So you don't worry about coming down here and it's like, thrown and I don't know what to do. The support system has already been established, well established, and it's working very, very well. So if you need anything, this is where you should go. The admin, okay, Sudha is already down there behind. If you are here, level 9, if you are not here, doesn't matter, online, you can always email and you'll find how fantastically we reply back very fast. All right? None, you can also go to approach your lecturers. They're very nice people. Yeah. Okay. This is what you call is self-advertising. And you also can approach certain student bodies. Okay, you have certain emails given to you guys. You can approach them also. All right. So it's not as though that this is a place where you are thrown and you don't know what to be done. All right. Don't look so sad, guys. Any question? I prefer if you guys ask me a question. Any questions, guys? Wow. Okay, this is something that you all have to learn also. Please do ask questions. Lecturers love people asking them questions. Don't worry. Okay? It can be in any level of English. Okay? Yes, I have one there. Currently, it's going to be online classes. Okay, because the pandemic, we still do not want to put any risk to the students. Okay, I do know some of you guys love to have face-to-face, but unfortunately, health is something is very, very important for us. Yeah, certain subjects, there will be face-to-face tutorials for you guys, certain subjects. But as much as possible, we are trying to make sure that you guys are safe. That is our priority number 1. All right, next question. Yeah, same guy. What's your name, darling? Aaron. Okay, Aaron. That one you need to ask the admin later. All right? When it comes to fees, you must ask them. See, this is what we call Tai Chi. Any other questions besides fees? Yes, darling. It depends. If the pandemic is still ongoing, the examination will be online. Okay, let me tell you what happened the previous semesters. The exam was online. All right? It was conducted online. Obviously, some will say, what are the issues that came up? All right, basically, you don't have to worry so much. All right? We don't, the hours given for you is sufficient for you to do. Just for example, some of the exams would be one-day exam. All right? So the formats have changed based on the situations also. So don't think that, oh, it's just going to be 1 hour exam, that's over. All right? So it will be according to subject. So you don't worry so much, guys. We are taking students into consideration. All right? So exams, as for now, we are saying online. Any last question? All right, if that's the case, then I would like to call Professor Kong Kim Hong, our Deputy Vice Chancellor for Academic. Dr. Kong.
Hello, good morning. This is a very unusual circumstance. Everybody in mask. Thank you for wearing masks because we all have to protect ourselves and protect one another. And we have to keep to our distance. Unfortunately, let's not call it social distance, it's safety distance. We want to keep safe, but socially we want to be together. The COVID-19 has really caused havoc to us in the education sector, to the country. Businesses are down, economy is down. Who knows how many percent we are down over the last quarter? Yes, you guys are business students. You must be very aware of what's happening in the world. Otherwise, you won't be able to cope when you graduate. Yesterday, I was just watching one of our Facebook messages by a former student of health. And he says he's now in Houston, Texas, working for GE, one of the largest companies in the world. And he was saying that what I learned in health helped me a great deal, because in class we were exposed to world issues, we were exposed to current issues, so much so that by the time I graduated and went for interviews, I'm so in touch with everything that's going on in the world. So you people have to do the same. You have to know what's happening in the world so that you are well equipped to meet the challenges of the world. Otherwise, when you go for interview, for jobs, for scholarships, or whatever, you find that people are very, very up to date. Okay? So please be aware of what's going on in the world. Everywhere, the world is really interlinked. We are so globalized now, you know, that something happens in one place, it impacts everybody else in the world. I mean, you look at this pandemic. You look at this pandemic. It is worldwide. You cannot escape. Anybody cannot escape. Nobody can escape, no? It's all over the world. Now you can't even travel because of the danger of contact with other people and the spread of the disease. It means that jobs are becoming more scarce. Actually, I feel very sorry for those who just graduated this year. I felt very sorry for them. Why? First, they missed their graduation ceremony. Didn't get the thrill of putting on the mortarboard and the gown for photo taking with their families. But more important, jobs are very scarce this year. We usually have our graduation in April. So jobs are very, very difficult to get now because businesses are down. They're not recruiting. Companies are not recruiting except for a few companies in technology and maybe glove making, mask making, and so on. Otherwise, everybody is down. So companies are not recruiting. So it's very difficult to get jobs. Everybody is losing money. But by the time you graduate, I definitely hope and pray that everything will have been solved long ago. And the economy, in some ways, will be very good for you because it will be shooting upwards when time you graduate. So it is not easy, but we prepare you for the world. We prepare you for the world. So it's not just knowing what's in your textbook. not good enough. Knowing what's in the textbook is not good enough. You have to go beyond your textbook. You have to go beyond what is recommended in class, and you have to learn from everybody, from your lecturers, from the books, from the videos, from YouTube, from Facebook, from everything that you can think of, including your fellow students. And then, excuse me, hello, if you're talking on the phone, can you leave the room? Hello? Hello? Can you leave the room if you're talking on the phone, please? Because you're disturbing me and the rest of the people. Thank you. Let me get back. You have to learn from everybody else, okay? We hope to prepare you for that. We hope our course prepares you for that. But you will have to take up the challenge. You will have to take up the challenge. As they say, we can provide you with everything, but you will have to do the work. And I hope that you will do the work. We not only prepare you for academic work, we prepare you for general work. So that by the time you leave us, you are well equipped for employment in government, in business, in non-governmental organizations. Some of you may become entrepreneurs and start your own company. That's fine. Okay? We have a very good program. We have very good linkages with universities in Australia in particular. Lots of our good students, lots transfer to good universities. Lots of our students transfer to all kinds of universities in the world. We are the only university in Malaysia that the University of Queensland would grant credit for 2 years and you go there for 1 year. University of Queensland, one of the top universities in Australia and the world, would not grant credit up to the 3rd year. But for help, they've done it and they will continue to do it as long as our students are well equipped to follow their course and graduate and do very well. Okay? So we are confident that we will give you a very good program, and this course is universally recognized. Our accounting degree is recognized by the ASCPA, the Australian CPA, ACCA, as well as the Institute of Chartered Accountants in United Kingdom. So you can see that we have very good links and we have very good recognition. You know, as the latest achievement here, just announced 2 days ago. Anybody heard of it? Well, our PR must be doing a not so good job. Help University, the team from Help University became the champions in the Alibaba Global Engagement Challenge. It's a contest between teams from different universities in Malaysia. And our team came out the top, beating teams from many, many universities in Malaysia. That's wonderful. That's great news. In fact, maybe about 4 years ago or 5 years ago, the help team, mainly from the business faculty, won the Southeast Asian CIMB Business Challenge, beating, I think, 1,500 teams from Southeast Asia. They finally went to the finals in Bangkok and won the championship. It's not easy to beat 1,500 teams from Southeast Asia, from the top universities in Southeast Asia. So our people are very, very good. You are very good. You people are very good and can cope and meet with the best in the region, if not the world. I'm sure you are able to meet and compete with the best in the world. You can do that. Don't undersell yourself. Don't think that, oh, I'm from Malaysia. No, I'm not as good as Australians or the Americans or the UK people, no? Actually, we are as good as any of them. You people are as good as anybody else in the world. When I first went to the United States, I felt a little apprehensive, no? But as soon as the term started, I knew that I'm as good, if not better than most of the people there in my class, in my school. Because we have got a very good grounding in our education in Malaysia. Okay, so do not be afraid of challenges. You are able to cope with it anywhere in the world. And Help University graduates are working all over the world. You'll be surprised. You will be surprised. They are working for multinational companies, and even if they are working for Malaysian companies, they are working overseas because Malaysian companies now are very global in outlook too. Malaysian companies are very global in outlook too, and they are working all over the world. They are existing and operating in many parts of the world. So you have to be prepared for the challenge later on to work in a global environment. So first, you have to make sure that you do well enough academically. Okay? If you fail your exam, it's one step down. Does not mean that you cannot get up. Okay? But it takes a little bit more effort and a little bit more time. So easier now for you to say, okay, I don't want to fall down. I want to go one step down. I want to go forward. So make sure you do your work, academic work regularly. And you would be able to do well. Not necessary to burn the midnight oil, to study day and night. That's terrible actually. But to keep up with your work, to keep up with what's going on in the world, and you will be able to do well. Do your work regularly. Okay? Like I said, you fail, it's not the end of the world, but you go down one step to come up again. You also have to take part in some activities at the university to develop other capabilities. Learn how to work with others. Learn how to motivate others. Learn how to lead others, to inspire others. Because this is what you are required to do when you start work. Not just to focus on your little narrow piece of activity, but to be part of a larger team that you will lead, that you will push, that you will organize. You know? So you learn all these things while you are a student here by taking part in some form of activities. We have plenty of them here. Plenty of activities for you to be involved in. Okay? Either at the department, at the faculty, or university. We actually have 20% foreign students at Help University, and they come from about 70 countries. This time around, unfortunately, we may see very, very few of them. New students are not allowed to come in yet. Students who have gone home to their countries are not able to come back yet, but soon they will. They will be able to come back soon, I hope. So we are actually quite cosmopolitan in our composition and our outlook. Lots of students from Asia, the Middle East, a few from Africa, some from Europe. So try to get to know other people, not just within your confined small group. Okay, the university is for you to experiment and get to know other people well. So try to work with others too, Because like I said, you are going to work in an international environment. There's no escape from it. Okay? Work in an international environment and start to learn how to do so now and do it well and do it effectively. Okay? So my message, firstly, make sure you keep up with your academic work. That's very important. Then be involved in some form of activity outside the classroom, which you cannot learn in the classroom. It is important. Don't think that, oh, those things are not important. They're very, very important. Learn how to develop your soft skills and your soft capability. Communicate, interact, solve problems, be creative, be critical. These are some of the top soft skills that you need to complement your academic work. But finally, I will still say, after you have got academic work sorted out, after you have got your non-academic capability developed, you still need to have a sense of humanity. For you to be a better person, for you to be a more relevant person to others around you, learn how to empathize with them, to care for them, to think for them. And you will find that you will be a much more satisfied person if you have done something else for some other people. Whether it is your classmate or somebody outside in the community. Humanity is very, very important part of the value that you should carry with you for the rest of your life. Otherwise, we are no better than the robots. Otherwise, we are no better than the wild animals. What distinguishes us from those robots and the wild animals is this factor, is this value called humanity. We are humans, we are humane, and we care for other people in the world. And this is something which you have to almost keep forever. Humanity is very, very important value which you should carry with you for the rest of your life. Okay? So these three things I want you to try to remember in your head. We have a campus here. We have a campus in Subang. Some of your colleagues are in Subang because they find that it is more convenient. It's nearer their house. Okay? But the facilities here, the lecturers here, we share. We share lecturers, we share facilities. So if you feel like going there for some lectures, I'm sure the faculty has no objections to that. Okay? Now a lot of your colleagues are also following their studies from home. Those in Johor, Perak, maybe Kedah, and those foreign students who have gone home because of COVID-19, they're following their studies online. You too have the option. You too have the option. Okay? But I would say, besides, since you are here and it is easy, try to take advantage of the face-to-face interaction too. You have the option to do it online, but try to maintain. And I certainly hope that in 2 months, 3 months, when we have overcome the problems of the pandemic, we will be a much more normal environment for everybody. But maybe this is the new normal. So whatever it is, I wish you a very pleasant stay at Help University. And I don't expect foreign students to be here. Any foreign students here by any chance? Those who have been here for some time in Malaysia? None. Any outstation here? Outstation student here? From other states? Also very few, yeah. It's a difficult time, but we will all, like the phoenix, we will rise up from the ashes and fly up very high. So thank you very much and have a great time at Help University. University life is also meant to be enjoyable. It's not just with the books, you know. It is everything that you can expect in life. So have a nice day and have a great stay at Help. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Professor Khoo King Hom, for giving us the wonderful speech. And the next speaker is going to bring an insight. Please give us a moment for all the students to have a comfy seat. Okay, I hope all students rest a bit and ready for the next speaker's speech. Okay, so the next speaker. I raised over there. I hope all of you can relax a bit and prepare yourself for the next speech. Okay, thanks for Professor Khoo King Hom for the wonderful speech just now. And the next speaker is going to give us an insight into the Faculty of Business, Economics and Accounting, FBEA. And he is also the Dean of the FBEA too. So please let us welcome Mr. Stephen Wu and give him a round of applause.
Okay, a very good morning to our new students for the Faculty of Business. This semester is going to be a very challenging semester. Reason being is that we have the on-campus students as well as the off-campus students. Off-campus students simply means the home-based students who will all be following the classes from the home. So they will be studying the program remotely. So anyway, I hope that all of you are safe and healthy. That's the most important, okay? All of you come from different backgrounds, I believe. Some of you will probably have completed the diploma, SPM O-level, A-level, or even some probably have completed partially a bachelor degree. But whatever it is, when you come into the Help University, you start as ground zero. It doesn't matter whether you are a high achievers or you did not do as well as you have expected. You come in and all of us start from level zero, which means that anybody will have an opportunity to do well. It doesn't matter what has happened in the past. Leave it behind. You start from here. And I'm sure all of you can actually do well. We are here to help you to achieve what you want to do. Otherwise, the thing is that there's no reason for you to come to Help University. And I'm sure the decision that you have actually made in your life, this is probably one of the best decisions that you have made. I'm sure all of you will have other decisions, critical decisions that you have to make. But this is one of the best. And I want to make sure that me, my colleagues, will make sure that you have actually made the right choice in coming to Help University. Of course, every single student, when you come to Help University, will come with different reasons. Some of you are coming because we have fantastic opportunities for students to go overseas. So we are the gateway to many international universities, especially the top universities in Australia and UK. Some of you wanted to be given that opportunity to actually go there and try to make your cost of completing a degree much more affordable by spending a year and a half, or even 2 years over here. Some of you join us because of the quality and the academic standards of Help University. The teaching quality, especially the teaching quality, which we are known for. Some of you join us because probably you are just nearby. You are staying probably only about 2, 5, 10 kilometers from Help. Probably this is the best choice, especially the thing is you may not want to travel that far. Some of you join us because of you have been promoted, recommended by your friends, your relatives, family members, and so forth. So everybody comes with different reasons. But whatever the reason that you come, we want to make sure you really do well. Of course, apart from the academic studies, there are also a lot of opportunities for you to mingle with friends, classmates, lecturers, and so forth. Make good use of the university life, because university life is more than just only scoring well in the examination, getting a first class honors, upper second, and so forth. But more importantly is also to build your network when you are at the university. This is what we want you to be exposed to. Clubs, societies, participating in various competitions, seminars, and so forth. Why is it so important to participate in competitions? Because by participating in the competitions, you actually apply what you have actually learned in the classroom. Many of our students have done very well in competitions. Some of you will probably have heard about the Alibaba Global E-commerce Talent Competition. We have a team that became the national champion in Malaysia. And this team will be competing with teams from 13 different countries in China later on. Maybe next year, some of you could be in that particular team, that you may actually join the competition and do well. We also have a student that make it into the final round of the Maybank digital race. And this is the first time that Maybank is organizing this digital race. So we have a student. She is actually the vice president of the Business Students Committee. So we hope that she will do well. The finale was held a couple of days ago, and I think the judges are still making a decision whether she will win or not. We hope that she will win. For those who are interested in the stock market game, a few years ago, we became not only the national champion, but also the regional champion among the 1,395 teams from different countries, including some of the teams from the top-notch universities in Singapore, such as National University of Singapore, NTU, SMU, from Thailand, from Indonesia, and so forth. We have a team that actually beat all of them. So it doesn't matter, the thing is that what you have achieved in the past, forget about it. You start fresh, and you can do it as long as you tell yourself no hills or mountains are too high for you to climb. And we want to make sure that you can actually do well, especially in the digital era, the digital economy era. IR 4.0, I think probably my colleague Professor Kong may have actually spoken about the IR 4.0, the essential skills. In line with the IR 4.0, we have actually launched a new program, which is Bachelor of Business Analytics. The first or the inaugural intake will be on the 18th of August. That's today. So we have recruited Not that many because we have just received the approval. So we have probably about 10 to 15 students who will be starting with us. But we foresee there will be more. Because this program is all about as a combination of IT, business, quantitative skills, how you apply. Because the thing is that it's all about data, how you manage data. Because the thing is that there's so much data around. How do you make use of the data to make decisions? In statistics, you basically describe the data. So that when you do statistics, they'll tell you, okay, well, the thing is that, can you describe the data? Okay. Then the thing is that after you have described the data, are you able to then predict what is going to happen? So if I give you a set of data, it's very good. The thing is that you know the data, you can describe the data very well. The thing is that especially when you do statistics. But are you able then to predict using the data, what is going to happen tomorrow? What is going to happen in 5 years' time and so forth? So if let's say the thing is that people have analyzed the data, probably they are able to predict, let's say for example, this pandemic, or what is going to happen in the stock market, what is going to happen, the things to the economy and so forth. Once you are able to predict that, what's next? Prescribe. Basically, the thing is that you know what is going to happen. Then basically, you then prescribe a solution for that. So let's say the thing is that you know, the thing is that it's going to be a global recession. The thing is that next year, assuming, but of course, we have already started. We are already in the recessionary period. So if let's say you're able to predict, obviously the thing is that you then prescribe. Am I right? Correct or not? So all this will be covered in the Bachelor of Business Analytics program. But for those of you who said, no, I don't think I want to do Bachelor of Business Analytics, it's okay. We have a certificate course which is of no charge to help university students. There are 3 levels. Descriptive, predictive, as well as prescriptive business analytics. This is free. 3 levels. It's going to be an online course for everybody. If I were to offer it to the outsiders, people will probably have to pay thousands of dollars to actually attend this. So the thing for the help students is free of charge. Okay, it's free of charge. Apart from this, we also have other certification courses, such as the Bloomberg Market Concepts. Are there any of you in this room that are interested in finance? Any? Nobody? Okay, it's fine, no problem. For those who are interested in finance, there's a free course called Bloomberg Market Concepts. Why I talk about all these certification courses? Because the thing is that the future, especially when you go into the career world, it is not just about holding a piece of paper qualification, whether it is a Bachelor of Business Accounting, Marketing, Finance, and so forth. It is about how do you differentiate yourselves from the rest. Are you able to do that? Because the thing is that, it's no point going to an interview when they say, okay, Mr. So-and-so, Miss So-and-so, okay, you are here to apply for the job. But then, apart from you, there will be a big group of people here also applying for the same job. Why should you be the one that I should select? Tell me, why? What is so special about you? I have a bachelor degree in accounting. I have a bachelor degree in finance. Your hiring manager says, so what? Don't tell me the rest of them don't have. If they don't have, they won't be here today. They will not be shortlisted to attend the interview and so forth. Surely they must have. Am I right? So the thing so special about yourself? Nothing much. I went to a university called HELP and I did 3 years. I finished my degree. I have first class honors. That's all. So the thing is that then they'll say, okay, thank you very much. You have not really been able to differentiate yourselves unless you said, during my university days, I have participated in such activities. I have been a student leader or probably president of clubs and societies. I have actually led projects. I have other skills, soft skills, apart from what I have. I mean, apart from this piece of paper qualification. I have also participated in an internship program, because for some of you, depending on the majors, some of you will need to do an internship, and it's compulsory, especially those who are doing accounting, those who are doing Bachelor of Management, doing hospitality, tourism. It's compulsory to do an internship. Internship is also a great opportunity for you to differentiate yourselves, because the thing is that it gives you a quick start into the job market. Because if you do well in the internship, what will happen? Your employer will immediately tell you, hey, please come and join us once you have completed your bachelor degree. We want you. You have secured a job. Am I right? Correct or not? So even though you do not plan to join the company, it's fine. Can you give me a letter, recommendation letter? I'm sure they will be more than happy. So look at this. I have worked 3 months, 4 months in this company. This is the recommendation letter or commendation letter from my supervisor. So it actually, the thing is that these are basically additional things that you can differentiate yourself. Because the thing is that if you have gone overseas, some of you, or plan to go overseas, how many of you tell me planning to go overseas? Only 1, 2, any more? 3. Which country are you all planning to go to? UK, Australia, and so forth? Possible? What are you going to do when you go overseas? Spending time with your countrymen from Malaysia, countrymen from whichever country you come from, shutting yourself in the halls of residence or hostel and so forth. What is the purpose of actually going overseas? Apart from just getting a piece of paper qualification, spending, let's say, 200,000 ringgit a year, what is the main purpose? You have to ask yourself, do you plan to actually immerse yourself to the new culture in that particular country? Do you plan to build your own network, getting to know people from that particular country? If not, the thing is that when you come back, the only thing that you have is only this piece of paper qualification called Bachelor of Arts in Accounting and Finance or Bachelor of Arts in Business Management, that's all. You don't have actually things that differentiate yourselves. And then the thing, is it worthwhile to spend the 200,000? Unless you are able to go to really a top-notch university. Okay, it's fine, I accept. I come from a well-to-do family. My parents can actually afford it. If not, the thing is that it's the same. I mean, to me, it's the same. I might as well give me the 200,000 ringgit, put in the fixed deposit account, so that when you start the thing I said, your career, at least I have 200,000. Am I right? Correct or not? I can actually put in the fixed deposit and with the 200,000. Correct or not? You have a head start over the rest. You can even put a down payment to actually buy a house and a car and so forth. So that's why the thing is that when you really plan to go overseas, you must be very, very clear on why you want to go there for. It's not just simply said, I want to go overseas. There must be a purpose. Correct or not, right? For the 3 of you that say, okay, I want to go overseas to get a degree, I would like to challenge you, when you come back, tell me honestly, how many new friends that you have found who are not from Help University, who are not from the country of origin? Tell me. Because I know most of the time, people will just hang around with the same country people from the same university and so forth. Because they won't mix around. It's pointless. Just like even in this room, there could be some international students. Why do they come? We also have to ask them. If they come here but they don't build the network with others is also pointless. Again, the thing is that Help University is also an international platform. Why I say it's an international platform? Because you have an opportunity to mix with students from different countries. After this pandemic, we want to bring everybody back to campus. So by then, we may have students from 60 to 70 different countries. So that the thing is that you can actually build your network. Why is it so important about this networking business? Some of us also have Facebook account. You are basically building network by having the Facebook account, correct or not, right? The thing is that, and you have thousands friends on the network. The things that on the Facebook account is basically building network. So the networking part is the most important. Because in the future, you never know, especially when you work in multinational companies. So the company one day may say, hey, I'm going to send you to start expanding to Korea. What are you going to do? Oh yes, I remember. I have a friend called Kim Jong-yi. The thing is that who was my classmate. The thing is that 5 years ago. So I'll just call up. I'll contact my friend. Hey, how's the situation now? Do you think if, let's say, we were to venture into Seoul or Gwangju or whatever, is there a market for this? They are basically the people who can help you in the future. So you are basically investing in the future. If people are able to come back to the university or come back to the campus, we recommend. But of course, we understand the situation now. Not all people, all students would want to come back for whatever reason. Maybe the thing is that of the current context. Even like today, there are probably about 20 to 30 of you in this room. In fact, there should be hundreds of you in this room. But unfortunately, a lot of the students are basically home-based students. I was told probably about 80 to 90 of the students are home-based students. So if you add up the home-based students, we add up the 30 to 40 students who are going to study on campus at the Damansara campus, I plus another 60 to 70 students in Subang 2 who are also attending the same orientation program face-to-face. We have actually recruited about 200 over students for this semester, which is good. Especially the thing is that during this time, because everybody is worried about cash flow, whether able to actually support the children and so forth, because everybody is worried, frankly. But the thing is that we have done well because of our reputation. If you have a chance, have a look at the brochure on the programs that we offer, from diploma to the bachelor degree, and this later on you can continue with your master's degree and subsequently your doctorate program, a DBA or PhD. You have a choice. Okay? You understand what I'm saying? So the thing is that there is a final year project that all of you must do as part of your graduation requirement. That is at the end of the 3 years if you are doing the starting a bachelor. What is so special about this final year project? Don't do it. But unfortunately, it's compulsory because we feel that this project is one way that you're going to put whatever you have learned in the 3 years into that particular consultancy project. You should look at it from the perspective, this is a consultancy project that I've done. So the thing is that if you plan, let's say the thing is all about planning, strategize of what you want to do. The thing is that in the future, let's say I want to join this particular company. I will start by analyzing their business model. So that the thing is that when I do my graduation project, I do one which is a consultancy project in recommending certain things to them. So that when later on, when I decide to apply to the company, I can say, hey, look at this. I think you should actually go into this business. Because the thing, I have done a study for you. Because ultimately the thing is that when you are employed, it's actually employed because of your brains. Because you are so good. That's why you actually get the job. Correct or not, right? So that's why because you are valuable to the company. If things you can do that other people can do, then I'm sorry, then you're out. The reason why you get the job because you have something good and we are dependent on you. So that's why the company say, hey, very good, I didn't even think about that. So now the thing is that you have given us a good idea. So that's why when you plan out the graduation project, you are actually doing a consultancy project for yourself. And you use the consultancy project to land a good career, a good job in a good company. That differentiates you. Ultimately, what the thing is that we only interested to help you to get into really, really good jobs. I am not interested, the thing is that to help you to join a company called Mutu Sdn Bhd or Enterprise, because the thing is that I'm sure all of you can do it. What I'm actually interested in is what can I do together with my colleagues? What can we do to help you to join General Electric, to join Accenture, join Ernst & Young, Boston Consultancy, McKinsey, and so forth. Because the thing is that we want you to really control, ultimately in the future, control the economy through the training that we have actually provided to all of you. You are the controller of the economy in the future. We want you to do that. That is why we spend a lot of time telling you about this. Okay? I know that I saw one of my colleagues is already here. My time is probably up. Okay, it's fine, no problem. I'll be more than happy to talk to you again. The thing is that if I'm given the opportunity, I'm being invited to speak, probably the things that by the Business Students Committee, thank you to them, the thing is that for organizing this. But definitely I will hope that all of you can also contribute back to the society. Because it's all about contribution. There's one particular subject called the MPU 4, which is a compulsory subject if you complete the whole program here. And you can do event management, community service, or probably sports. For those who really care about the society, I really hope that you can actually contribute back to the society. It can be then or in the future. Just like the thing is that today, you have been helped by certain groups of people. But we hope that through you, you can help more people. So just like in the economics, there is something called a multiplier effect. So the thing is that if we help a group of, let's say, 150 people or 200 people, we hope through them, they are able to help another 200 over people. And another 200 over people and more and more. Okay? So anyway, the thing is that thank you very much once again in believing us that we can do a good job, which we must work hard to ensure that the decision that you have made is one of the best decisions that you have actually made in your whole life. Okay? So I hope to see some of you, especially those who are doing your bachelor degree in probably about 2.5 years, 3 years time. The thing is that at their graduation ceremony. But of course, those who decide to leave us because they want to go overseas to get a degree, we welcome you to drop by. The thing is any time to actually come and meet us. Okay? Let me introduce some of the key people who is going to help you today. Alice, are you there? Okay, this is Miss Alice Lim, the head of the School of Hospitality and Tourism. For those students who are doing they're going to do the bachelor degree in tourism management and also the hospitality management. You can see Miss Alice. The thing I said to you. Then we also have the other colleagues. Suta at the back, the thing is that one of our assistant manager in the Faculty of Business Admin. Mida, is she around? No, okay. Well, Alice, do you want to say a few words to our new students who have actually joined us today? This is probably the first time that we actually welcome students back to the campus after a period of 5 months. Actually, the things are 5 months. The things that the students have not been stepping the things are on the campus ground for the last 5 months. So this is the first time that they came in. So would you like to say a few words to our students? Okay. Anyway, all the best to you all. The thing is that they stay safe and be healthy. Thank you.
Thanks, Stephen. Okay, I'm not sure how many of you here are actually registered for Bachelor of Business in Hospitality and also Tourism. Maybe Aku, can you identify who are the students? Okay, never mind. I think I probably have heard of you, through your application and things like that. We are always in the office, so do drop by should you have any issues regarding your academic matter, or you want to join any clubs or any activities or any competition that Stephen and Dr. Kong has actually mentioned. So welcome all of you today, and I think I wouldn't take too much time because our colleague Anna is there to actually go through with you the next section on registry. Okay, thank you very much and welcome to HEP University.
Thank you, Miss. All right, so we want to welcome the next speaker, who is the
we really hope that you will make full use of your time here in HELP and do the best. We only want the best out of you, okay? All right. So my name is Anna, okay, from the registry again. Okay, what we do basically is we are the Administrative Support Center of HELP, all right? While your academic department is handling mainly the academic matters, there are some things that we handle at the registry. All right, let me just quickly go through this. Our email address, easy to remember, registry@help.edu.my. If you're not sure whether you should be directing a question to your department or registry, just feel free to drop us an email. These are some of the key areas that I will be talking to you about. Okay, next. Okay, the admission matters, right? The first thing you need to know is the offer letter. Everyone here has an offer letter? Yeah? Okay, this is a very important because that is the first step you do before you actually start off with going about your classes and all. So when you have your offer letter, basically we expect you to accept your offer online. Some students, they receive their offer online, but they did not click to acknowledge that they have received the offer from us. So we need you to log into MyPride. The password is actually given to you all right? And you click there, accept, and that's where your offer is basically online acceptance. Okay? Right? You just follow the steps, okay? They will prompt you when you log into MyPride. It will say that you have a pending document. I'm going to use this portal called New MyPride a lot with you because you'll be using it for enrollment of subjects. Later on, I will touch on that again, okay? Because the password will be given to you automatically, and you will know that there's this URL to MyPride that you can click onto, all right? So the other thing is your offer letter condition. Okay, some of you here may be on conditional offer. Okay, for this semester, usually we allow the student to enroll the subjects for the first semester, but the following semesters, we need you to follow up. Basically, you have to go into your offer letter and see what are the conditions that is in your offer letter. It could be sometimes your certificate, your pending certificate, you have not given us your certificate, your UEC cert or your
SPM cert, your A-level cert, whatever it is, nobody's condition is the same. All right? Everybody's condition is different. So all you need to do is go in and see what is the condition in your offer letter, right? So we need you to be to really follow up probably after this semester to really know that, okay, this is something pending. I really need to go back to my school to collect the certificate and I have to submit it to registry. All right? Okay, if you're on firm offer, then it's all right. There's nothing that you need to submit to us. Is that clear? Right? Next, your ID card. This is how your ID card looks like. Everyone will be given an ID number. All right, we really hope that you will remember whenever you write us an email, okay, to always remember to quote your ID number and your program, okay, your full name, of course, your full name, your student ID number, and your program. Preferably, if you can remember, to write which campus you are in, because we also have a Subang campus. You can always say that you are in the ELM campus. All right, that one is not so important, but basically in any correspondence with us, or even when you write a check, behind your check, please write your ID number and your full name. Okay. How do you do your ID card? All right. Basically, there are two conditions. One is you must accept your offer, which I mentioned just now, online offer acceptance, right? Secondly is that you must pay your full admin fees. All right. Once this is done, you can actually go and collect your card from the registry. You know where the registry is? We are actually at level 5. You are very close to us. Okay, level 5, next to the bursary. Okay. All right. You also need to put on your ID card to wear it for security purposes. Okay. Next. Yeah, online subject enrollment. Basically, your department will guide you on what are the subjects you can take or what are the subjects that you should not be taking. So all these will be guided by your department, okay? Because you will have a subject availability list, all right? Not to worry about that. But what I need you to take note of is the deadline to enroll your subjects and to pay. All right, this one is monitored by us. So we have to make sure that you register your subjects on time every semester and to pay on time as well. For this semester, this is a normal, we call this a normal or long semester. You are given about 2 weeks to enroll your subjects and to pay. So please take note, 4th September. Because if you pay late or you enroll your subjects late, there will be a penalty, all right, of 150 ringgit per subject. All right, how to enroll your subjects using New My Pride? There is a guide which I believe your department has uploaded it, or you can log into the learning management system as well. This is another portal, LMS, which you'll be using a lot for your classes and all. So there is a guide there that you can log into to how to go about, going into step-by-step guide to New My Pride, which I believe you would, once you log into My Pride, I think you would know what to do already. You don't really need to follow the guide. But if you want to read the guide, you can always go into the LMS portal, which the password also be given to you. All right, next. Okay, payment. After you have enrolled your subjects, right, an invoice will be created on how much you need to pay. Okay, how do you pay? Basically, we prefer students to use JomPay. Okay, JomPay, if you can have, whichever bank has this JomPay feature which you can use, all right? This is important, yeah? Your biller code is 8433, all right? Your reference one is your ID number. If you do it upside down, it doesn't matter. As long as you know that one of the reference, you must write your ID number. The next reference is your full name. You key in your full name as per your IC or as per your passport until you cannot key in. All right, because I think the field is quite short, but it doesn't matter. You just type in. All right, and once you submit, you wait for about 3 working days for clearance. You don't have to scan a copy of the proof of payment for JomPay. I'm talking about this is JomPay. All right. once you submit, you can just wait for 3 working days before your payment is clear. Is that clear? Right? So if you want to use JomPay, make sure that you remember this code. Very important, because this belongs to Help University, 8433, yeah? Okay? If you have any questions regarding your payment, let's say you have paid already, but how come you still have an outstanding fee in your account and things like that, always remember to this email address, bursarycashier@help.edu.my. This is also another important email address you want to take note of. Bursarycashier@help. Anything with payment, you can refer to them. All right? Next. Okay, another mode of payment is using cash, credit card, or check. All right, this one you have to be physically present at the bursary. As I mentioned, bursary is at level 5, yeah? So if you are in Subang 2, of course, that's at level 1, block B. So if you issue a check, you have to issue to Help University St. John Berhad. Okay? Next. Right, if you want to use interbank transfer, that means from one bank to our bank, usually we ask the student to pay into our RHB bank account. Okay, the beneficiary name is Help University St. John Berhad. All right, for this mode of payment, you have to scan a copy of your transaction slip. That means, you know, the bank will prompt and give you a confirmation slip, right? So that slip you need to email to bursary cashier for this interbank transfer. JomPay you don't need to, but for this, yes, you have to. So make sure you write your full name and your ID and your contact number in your email to us so that we can identify who is the person who paid. All right? Okay or not? Yeah? So as I mentioned, clearance will be 3 to 5 working days. Basically about 5 working, 3. The safest is, let's say, you want to print your own receipt. Now, we just started this feature that you can print your own receipt from New My Pride. Let's say after paying, your parents want to keep a copy of the receipt, right? So you can actually log into the New My Pride. There's this place called Official Receipt. Payment Receipt. It's called Payment Receipt. You can print it out yourself. All right? Okay, any questions? Email bursary cashier. All right, on this, all these payment transactions. Okay, next. PTPTN, yeah. Can I just have a show of hands? How many of you here are applying for PTPTN? Okay, right. You know it's all online, yeah? Online PTPTN. There is a guide which I believe your department has given you. But if you can't find the guide, I mean, you can check with the department where they have uploaded for you to refer to, because you have to apply everything online. We have a very clear instruction guide to guide you on how to go about. You have to basically remember the dates to apply. Okay, it starts from the 1st of September to the 30th, or if you miss that deadline, it's 1st to 31st of October. So this is the period for you to apply. Okay. The PTPTN guide is also available at the LMS in our learning management system, which you'll be logging in a lot as well. So you can check there. All right. So if you have any questions, what we suggest students to do is, let's say, while you're applying online, if you have any questions, you can save that page and then come and ask us or email us first. You know, then before you proceed, because we do not want any that your application is rejected because of technical grounds. You know what I mean? So like, let's say you put your wrong intake date or things like that. So make sure that you check with us before you apply if you are not sure lah. If it's straightforward, then it's fine. You know, you know how to go about. These two, our PTPTN officers, Nur Farida Asman, she's based in Elm Business School. Azira is based in Subang 2. All right, you can email any of them. It doesn't matter. Okay. There are some things that you need to do. Let's say your loan has been approved. All right, this is just a guide to let you know. Once your loan is approved, let's say you change program or change major or you change institution. From here, you want to go to Help Academy, you know, to do the, let's say, the University of London program, you know, that kind of thing. So you have to check with our officers what are the implications, before you actually change your program or even change your major. Sometimes it depends on PDPTN officer or their rules, There's one time when you change your major, it's seen as changing a program. So you have to basically reapply your loan, pay back and reapply your loan. Okay? Best to check with our officer. Okay? This is what I'm referring to is that your loan has been approved already and you have, let's say, gotten your first payment. Now you want to change your program or change your major. Okay? So you have to, there are certain implications to this. Okay? All right, next. Some of the other services that we provide to students are, for example, the EPF withdrawal. If your parents wish to draw down EPF to fund your studies, get a standard letter from us. The letter cannot be just a simple letter. There are certain requirements they require, so you have to come and request for the letter, or you can, basically we encourage students to drop by registry to request for it, or there is a form that is also available in your LMS, the EPF requisition form that you can fill up and then you can forward to us, email us or something, So that is for EPF because the EPF needs a very specific letter, all right? Other letters like general confirmation, you need to confirm your studies, you're applying for something, let's say, or your parents' income tax, they need to confirm that you have been studying here from when to when and things like that. You can always email us, drop us an email, registry@help.edu.my. We will prepare the letter for you. Okay, you can also fill up a form, but this is not necessary. EPF, yes, you need to fill up the form. Okay, likewise for letter to apply for concession card. Okay, I think some of you are taking public transport, right? So there is this concession for students, all right? You can, to get this letter, all right, which you need to apply and upload it in their website, You can email my colleague, okay? This is another important. You just tell her that you want to apply for LRT card or, MRT. But if you are applying for KTM, you need 2 letters. KTM is a separate company. So you can email Lo Sukme at help.edu.my. She will prepare the letter for you and she will email you the letter. Okay, can you all see here? Okay. Okay, I can move on, right? Okay, next. All right, I mentioned some of the, like New My Pride just now, I have been using it a lot. Right, basically it's a portal, as I said, that's the first thing students learn about, New My Pride. What does it do? Basically, you log in there to accept your offer letter, you use that to enroll your subjects, all right? You can check, because it's linked to our database as well, you can check whether your parent's name has been spelled correctly or you have keyed in your handphone number or your email address correctly, all right? So all these are tied up, and also students check their results in New My Pride. Okay, when it's released, it will be released in New My Pride. Okay, so if you did not receive your password, this is the email address to email our help desk. Our help desk is located at UL floor, right? You can see them, or you can always email them helpdesk@helplive.edu.my. This anything regarding password, you can email help desk. Can you see that? All right. Okay. Help Live email is an official email. All right. We encourage students to check their Help Live email, and we also encourage you to use your Help Live email if there is any official correspondence with us. I mean, you can, if you still want to use your personal email because you're more familiar with it, it's fine. But you make sure that you also check your Help Live email, because we may be sending important messages to you. All right? The email address is, your Help Live email is your student number at helplive.edu.my. Okay? We will be sending a password for you to change your password as well. All right? So this is your helpline email. You have to log into Outlook. Outlook. Okay? All right. Log into outlook.help.edu.my. Okay? Next. All right, this on-campus database access, basically this is a huge database that we subscribe for students. You know, it is very important that you, at this point, you're already in a university, you're expected to do quality research, right? Your work has to be of certain quality and standard. So we have got a huge database that we have subscribed to you for you all to check, to use, all right? And you can access it from home or even you're on campus. The password again will be given to you all right? Not to worry. So this is like a online library like that for you, okay? You can use, of course, you can also use our library, okay? LMS or e-learning, this is a portal where, well, you connect with your lecturers, okay? So the email, if you do not have your password or you have forgotten your password to log into the learning management system, LMS, the email address is lms.support@help.edu.my. Okay? You want to take note of this? Okay? Basically, we have our computer labs here is at UL floor. Feel free to use our lab, okay? Let's say you need to go in to log in to check some things, or you want to Facebook, you don't have a laptop with you, feel free to use our lab, okay? Any questions? Do you have any questions? No? All right, next please. Okay, some rules and regulations. This is something that all students should know. It's important, right? Generally, this is a general rule. Students must attend at least 80% of the attendance requirement, all right? Each semester, you know how many classes you have, you must attend at least 80%. This is also very important for international students, all right? Because otherwise their visa cannot be renewed, all right? So if you are sick, please make sure that you inform your department or you produce a medical sheet, okay? And so the important thing is that don't go MIA lah, not missing in action. So make sure that you communicate with your department, okay, in any event that you cannot attend classes, right? So generally, students, please, cheating during exam is a very, very serious offense, all right? Please do not attempt to cheat. Make sure that you follow instructions of your lecturers, okay, because now there's some online exams going on, you know, in time to come, you're not sure of the COVID situation here. So make sure that you do not discuss with your friends, follow strict instructions from your lecturers, because if you are found guilty, the consequence is expulsion, all right? The worst scenario is the student will be expelled from the university, all right? So please make sure that do not attempt to cheat. This will fall under academic misconduct as per our student handbook, all right? Even plagiarism is also a serious offense. That one, your lecturers, I think they will discuss with you further on that, okay? Yeah. All right. Non-academic matters, basically, please do not get into like drunk behavior, you know, fights with your friends, sexual harassment. All these will fall under disciplinary misconduct under the handbook, all right? It's also another very serious offense, okay? We have in the past also expelled students, okay, who are found guilty, okay? So please do not attempt to take drugs or be involved in drug activities. You know, in Malaysia, it's very strict, right? The penalty is death penalty, right? So please make sure you know who you mix with, who are your friends, all right? Students are expected to dress neatly and decently at all times, okay? I can see a lot of you in t-shirts and all. It's fine, okay? Just smart casual. Don't expect you to overdress or underdress, right? Just come in your t-shirts, your jeans, comfortable and is the dress code basically we call that smart casual. All right, okay. And please take note that our premise is a strictly non-smoking zone. All right, do not attempt to smoke inside in campus. You need to smoke, you have to go outside of the building. All right. Okay. Yeah, for scholarship, this is my last slide. Those of you, any of you here planning to apply, was planning to apply for scholarship? All right, have you filled up the form yet? Already? Okay, if you already filled up the form, then you have to, this is about, scholarship is based on your academic results. All right, strictly based on academic results. And if you have already submitted your form, you have to wait for the committee to meet. The scholarship committee will meet, okay? And you will only know sometime in October. So meanwhile, you have to pay your fees first, right? So, but those of you who are still thinking whether you want to apply or not, you can check the criteria in our help website, www.help.edu.my. Okay, but the deadline, you can print out the form. The deadline is Friday, 4th September. You must submit can email us to registry, or you can submit it at registry before the 4th of September. All right? Okay, that's about it. All right, just remember that the committee will only decide sometime in October. All right, you won't know your results so soon. Yep. I guess that's the end of my presentation. Yeah, we would like to take this opportunity to welcome all of you, and I believe there are some who are following us from home. Okay, I also want to welcome them. I hope they were following this presentation as well. And I really, really believe that you all will have a very, very good time and a very rewarding time here with us. Okay, with that, here are some of the important email addresses that you may want to take note of. Okay. So with that, I thank you for your time and all the very, very best to you. Thank you. Oh, this is our convocation, which we have postponed it, because COVID, you can't have a large-scale event, right? Okay. So we have postponed it. Probably we have it sometime next year for the students who missed it this round. Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Anna, okay, hope you guys have a very, very wonderful insight of the registry and stuff. All right, are you guys excited? Oh no, I see a lot of sleepy faces. Anyone wants to go to the toilet? Anyone? Oh, anyone who goes to the toilet? Okay, you guys can go to the toilet. Okay, we'll be starting in 5 minutes. But before you go to the toilet, all right, I just want to tell you, for those who just came in just now, actually inside your goodie bags, there's one paper. It's actually for you guys to divide your group. Oh, I cannot speak with this mask. Okay, sorry. Okay, so basically, there's one paper inside the goodie bag, okay? It's actually for you guys to divide your group, all right? So for those who haven't found out what your group name is or who your busybody is, please do it now when you have the free time, all right? And for those who want to go to toilet, go now, all right? If anyone have questions, let us know, because the group is very important for your campus tour later, because we want to divide you into small groups and you can go with the social distancing and kind of thing, all right? And also to play some little games with the students here, right? Okay, you can go to the toilet for those who want. It's actually in the library. Just go straight, turn right. Okay. Hello, guys. For those who actually found out what your group name is, you can actually go around and talk to your friends since we are just, chilling a bit. I know you guys been sitting here for a very long time. Just walk around, okay? Anyone here is in group 1? Your paper right there, group 1. Raise up your hand. Group 1, group 1. Group 1. All right. Have you guys guessed all what your name is? Have you guys met with each other already? Okay. Group 2, group 2. Group 2, group 2. Only 2 people, is it? 3. Okay. 4. Okay. What about group 3? Group 3. Okay. Group 4? Group 4? Okay. Group 5? Okay. Group 6? Okay. I just want to roughly know how many people is it. Okay. Please be seated because our next speaker is here. Just a moment. I think some of them went for 1 minute. Okay. I will cue you out. Right?
No problem. Yeah, I mean, no problem. This intake in Elm will be 50, right? 50 students this intake. So around almost like maybe 40 something maybe like that. So let's okay, let's just start. Hello everyone, good morning. Okay, I hope all of you have went to toilet and get back with a refreshing mind. Okay, so we are going to welcome our next speaker and to give us a briefing on MPU subjects for university students. And so, please let us welcome Miss Teresa and give us a round of applause.
Okay, today I'll be briefing you about the MPU subjects at Help University, alright? I'll be starting the briefing with degree level, then continue with diploma level, okay? Next slide, please. Alright, under MPU subjects, there are 4 components of MPU, alright? We have MPU 1, 2, 3, and 4. And under each component, there are subjects for you to take. Next slide, please. Okay, as you can see here, under MPU 1, there are 4 subjects, alright? The 2 on the top, which is Malaysian Studies 3 and Bahasa Melayu Komunikasi 2, need to be taken by international students. Alright? If you are a local student, then you will be doing Tamadun Islam dan Tamadun Asia and also Hubungan Etnik. Okay. Anyone who have transferred from different university, degree to degree level, have you done this subject? You have to submit the course syllabus and academic transcript to your academic department, and we will decide whether you can be exempted from that subject or not. All right? If anyone who have done this subject previously, you know, in a different university, you just have to submit your course syllabus and academic transcript to your academic department. Okay? Next slide, please. Alright, under MPU 2, we have two subjects here. The one in red, which is Bahasa Kebangsaan A, need to be taken by those who don't have a credit. Need to be taken by those who don't have a credit in SPM Bahasa. Alright, anyone here without SPM Bahasa credit? Okay, anyone from UEC? Alright, UEC is not equivalent to SPM Bahasa. Therefore, you have to take Bahasa Kebangsaan A. Am I clear? Okay. If you have a credit in SPM Bahasa, then you'll be doing leadership in business. Alright. Next slide, please. And under MPU 3, we have two subjects here. We have personal financial planning in Malaysia and issues of the social media on Malaysian society. Alright. You have to liaise with your academic department to know what are the subjects that will be offered. Okay, next slide please. And under MPU 4, it's a co-curriculum based subject. Alright, we have sports, community service and event management. Okay, for this particular subject, the grade is either pass or fail. Alright, next slide please. Semesters, next slide. Alright, this will be a long semester, August to November. And the subjects that we are offering is Hubungan Etnik on every Tuesday 8 to 11, Bahasa Melayu Komunikasi 2 Thursday 2 to 5. Next slide. Titas Friday 8 to 11, Malaysian Studies 3 Monday 2 to 5. Next slide please. Alright, here for Bahasa Kebangsaan we have two groups. Okay, we have group A and group B, and there will be capping set for these groups. Alright, we will only allow 40 students per group. Okay, so it's first come, first serve basis. Next slide please. Alright, the registration and add-drop period for this particular intake is from August 21st to September 4th. The last day of subject fee payment will be on September 4th. The final examination date is on November 28th. If there is any changes to this final examination date, we will inform you. Alright, if you are enrolled for the subjects, your lecturer will inform you, and we will personally send an email to the academic department. Okay, so please make sure to check your emails. And the release of result will be on January 11, 2021. Alright, so this intake, the classes will be virtual classes, online classes. Alright, so for those students who are coming back to campus, if you wish to see the lecturer, if you're enrolled for this subject and you wish to see the lecturer for consultation, we have booked a venue. But you have to book an appointment with your lecturer first before you could meet them, because of the social distancing in mind. Am I clear? Good. Next slide please. Alright, for MPU diploma students, it is quite similar as degree level. Alright, again we have 4 components here, and under each component there are subjects for you to take. Next slide please. Alright, MPU 1, we have 2 subjects here. The one on top, which is Malaysian Studies 2, need to be taken by local students. If for an international student, then you'll be doing Bahasa Melayu Komunikasi 1. And MPU 2, the one on top, which is Bahasa Kebangsaan A, is similar as degree. So if you don't have a credit in SPM Bahasa, or you're a UEC student, you have to take Bahasa Kebangsaan A. If you have a credit, then you have options here. You have communication and writing skills, public speaking skills for broadcasting, and critical thinking skills. Again, you have to liaise with your academic department to know when are the offering of these subjects. And under MPU 3, we have two subjects here, Introduction to Malaysian Tourism and Malaysian Film Industry. Next slide. So this is very similar to degree level. So most of the time you might be combined together, degree and diploma, but you have to liaise with your academic department. Alright? Next slide. Next slide. Alright. For August intake, the subjects that we are offering for diploma is Malaysian Studies 2 on every Monday 8 to 11, Bahasa Melayu Komunikasi 1 every Tuesday 8 to 11, and Bahasa Kebangsaan A Wednesday 11 to 2. Again, it will be a virtual class. Alright, online class. So if you wanted to meet your lecturer for consultation, you have to make an appointment. Alright, next slide. The registration and airdrop period is from August 21st to September 4. Your last day of subject fee payment is on September 4, and the final examination date is on November 28. And if there's any changes to it, we will inform you. And the release of result will be on January 11, 2021. So please make sure to have your MyPride account and at the same time your LMS account, because the subjects are going to be online. So most of the time the lecturer will be communicating with you through LMS. Alright, and also Microsoft Teams. Okay. Next slide. Alright, all Malaysian and international students are required to take and pass the MPU subjects. The MPU credit hours for degree level is 14 hours, because in total you'll be doing 5 MPU subjects. And this 14 hours is part of your 120 credit hours. In order for you to graduate degree, you need to complete 120 credit hours. Alright, therefore this MPU is part and it's compulsory. Okay. For diploma level, it's 11 hours, and the medium of instruction for MPU 1 subjects is in Bahasa Melayu, except for Malaysian Studies 3. So your TITAS, Tamadun Islam dan Tamadun Asia, hubungan etnik will be in Bahasa. Alright, your quizzes, your group project, your assignments will be in Bahasa. So if you think that you're not good in your Bahasa, please inform your lecturer. On the first day of lecture itself, do not wait. Am I clear? Understand? Good. Alright, so you might be wondering whether this MPU subject is compulsory or not. Alright, so you can refer to this Act 555, Private Higher Education Institution, Act page 34, Compulsory Subject Section 43, bracket 3. So what it says is that no exemption for compulsory subjects given to a course of study by the private higher education institution, jointly or in affiliation, association or collaboration with such university, university college, higher education institution or professional body. No matter what course of study you are in, you are required to take all the MPU subjects for the duration that you are here. Clear? So who has the right to exempt you from taking these MPU subjects? Next slide. Alright, so you can refer to this Act A1535, Private Higher Education Institution, bracket amended, Act 2017, page 13, amended of Section 43. It's only the Registrar General may exempt you from taking the MPU subjects. So if you feel that you do not want to take this subject, you have to write to the Registrar General. Alright? Here at HELP, we just follow whatever it is in the law. So this subject is compulsory for you. Clear? Alright, next slide. So this will be the subject fees. For MPU degree, MPU 1 up to MPU 3, it's 1,800 ringgit per subject. As for MPU diploma, MPU 1 up to MPU 3, it's 1,400 ringgit per subject, and your MPU 4 is 600 ringgit per subject. Okay? Alright. This is very important. Let's say you are not able to attend for your final exam due to medical reasons, alright? You have to submit your MC within 3 working days. Alright? You could submit to your academic department or you could approach us. Alright, so what happens is that once you have submitted your MC within 3 working days, the exam board committee will decide whether to give you a SX grade. SX stands for supplementary examination grade. If you have been awarded with that grade, it means that you will be sitting only for your final exam immediately the next semester. Alright? And there's a supplementary examination fee, which is RM 300 ringgit that you have to pay before you could sit for your final exam. And let's say if you did not attempt your final exam, what happens is that you will be awarded with a FL grade, which is fail, which means you fail the subject and you have to repeat the subject all over again. Clear? Understand? So if you think that you're not able to attempt the final exam due to any reasons, all right, please approach the lecturer, approach your department and inform us beforehand. Do not wait until the last minute. All right? Even for these MPU subjects, MPU 1, the exams will be online. All right? It will be done in LMS. So the lecturers will communicate with you beforehand on the final examination date and the timing. So please ensure that you are available on that day and on that time. Clear? Alright, next slide. The assessment breakdown for MPU subjects are 70% of continuous assessment and 30% of final exam, except for Bahasa Melayu Komunikasi and also Bahasa Kebangsaan. Alright? So, this is the grading scheme. If you can see here, 50 is the passing mark. Anything below 50 is fail. Alright? So if, let's say your continuous assessment, you achieve 60%, 60. You already passed. But the catch here is that you have to attempt your final exam. You have to be there, present. Okay? Therefore, MPU is an easy scoring subject. Okay? If you have any questions, if you don't understand anything, please feel free to write to me. Alright, you can get my email address from your academic department, or you could just liaise with the academic lecturer, MPU lecturers. Alright, thank you. Do you have any questions before I end my session? Without the final exam, without attempting the final exam, you are still considered as fail. So you have to attempt the final exam. Anything? Anything else? No questions? Alright, if you have any questions, then you can write to me. Yes. That you have to discuss with your department, because as I said in the act, it says that it's compulsory for you to complete all the subjects, but how do you want to do it, then you have to discuss with your academic department. Alright, any other questions? Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Teresa. For those of you who don't know, Ms. Teresa is the Deputy Manager for the Mata Pelajaran Umum or General Studies Unit. So next up, we have an introduction to the Learning Resource Center. So please welcome Ms. Chia.
Okay, good morning. My name is Chia Yiping. I'm the director of the Learning Resource Center. The name Learning Resource Center is just a fancy name for library. Okay. Okay. Next, please. All the resources are actually in the library website. So what I would like to do is I'm going to go through the library website with you so that you know where to get your resources for your assignments and also for your other studies that you need. All right. Wait, before that, sorry. Okay, in order to go into the library website, you can either go into the help homepage, look for anywhere called Student and Alumni Services. We change the website, the homepage quite frequently. So just look for Student and Alumni Services, or you see the bottom of the screen, there's always the Learning Resource Center. You can just click there, that's where the library website is. Or another way you can save is directly the library homepage. Then you can go straight for your assignments, the resources of the library. Next, please. Basically, HELP has 5 libraries. As a student, you can use any of the libraries. But for your programs, your library is mainly in ELM, this building next door to you, the LL floor. But the other libraries also, they have your books, especially in Subang, Founders Library, because we also have courses, your courses in Subang. So the books are more or less duplicate, more than one copy in here and also here. But the other libraries, sometimes if they don't have your books, but you are welcome to use the library. If you happen to be, like, let's say you stay in this area, but you happen to be in Subang, you want to make use of the libraries there, go ahead, you are welcome. All right, so there are 5 libraries. Next, please. The library opening hours, once you go into the library website, on the right-hand side, these are all the library opening hours. The next level is on the address and the telephone number for you to contact where we are. Now we have to restrict the library opening hours maybe until end of this year to maybe office hours for now, because we don't want to open too long, and then it will, we want to shorten it so that we want to minimize any infection of the COVID-19 virus. So we'll just open for opening hours, office hour for you to borrow the books. And if you need to use some of the red spot books, you can use it for 3 hours in the library. All right. So this is the opening hours. And at the moment, Sunday, we don't open yet. But in usual time, when it's exam time, now most of your exams are online. But let's say in future, your exam is back into the campus, then we will open on Sunday for you to even come in to do your revision. But for now, again, we close it tentatively until end of this year. So, but if required, we'll open on Sunday for your use. All right. Next, please. The facilities we have is printing. We have the printer for you to use, and there are 2 types of printer, the Ricoh printer and the HP printer. And as a student, you can be self-independent. You can top up a card or top up an account, not card, you don't need card anymore. Top up the account, come to the counter for Ricoh printer, you come to the counter, your name is already in the system. We just have to call up your name. Anybody who registered, enroll already, you will have an account with us already. You just top up the money, and then every page of black and white, you have to pay 15 cents for black and white. So let's say you top up $10 or $5 or even $2. Then as you print, we will continue to deduct from your account. So when you finish the account, you can top up again, come to the counter to top up. If you are using the HP machine, it's slightly cheaper, 8 cents per page for black and white. This one you can top up on your own. You can set up an account and use your handphone to top up on your own. Everything on your own. You can even print from your handphone, send the job to the handphone. Ricoh also the same thing, but HP is a bit more convenient. All right, so you can have both, but color is a bit more expensive. For Ricoh is $1 and color is 70 cents. But sometimes you say, oh, I'm just printing 1 or 2 pages. I don't want to bother to set up an account and all this work. So the library staff can do it for you. But because we want you to be self-independent, we deliberately charge you a bit more. 20 cents per page for black and white or $1.50 for color. All right? But if you want to do some paid service, this paid service is not available here. It's only in Wisma Help. There's once you walk in the library on the left-hand side, there's a little shop run by husband and wife team. They can do the service for you, but you have to bring in the pen drive. They can even do the binding of your assignment. All right. So let's say you want to bind your assignment, then you can come to Wisma Help to do it. And they are specifically told that they are not allowed to photocopy the whole textbook for you, because it's against the Copyright Act, both for you, for the university, and for the shop. We are not supposed to photocopy the whole book. So don't take a book and expect them to photocopy for you. It's wrong. We can't do that for you. All right. Next, please. All the libraries are Wi-Fi, so you can just plug in with your laptop. And we also have PC available for your use. Next, please. There are some open space for you to study. Some open space discussion room and computer, all this for your use. And at the moment, we have to close all the discussion rooms because of confined space. So again, because of the SOP, all of us have to follow the SOP. Next, please. So the SOP is, again, once you're in the library, wear a mask. I know sometimes it's like you wear too long, you cannot breathe already. But if you are sitting alone, quite far from each other, in the open area, then it's all right. You take out the mask for a while. But if at all possible, try to wear the mask at all times to protect yourself. And also physical distancing, at least 1 meter, as we keep reminding each other. And of course, try to wash your hands or sanitize your hands with all the required to keep your hands clean. All right. So all these reminders are all there for you to remind us to keep ourselves safe. Next, please. So now I want to come to the loan policy. As a diploma student and an undergraduate student, you can borrow 4 books for 14 days. That's open shelf book. Open shelf means all the books are on the shelf that you can borrow and use it at home for 14 days. And you can borrow at any one time 4 books. The red spot means the books that are mostly your textbook. We cannot afford to buy, let's say we have 300 students, we buy 300 copies of the books. We cannot afford to do that. So what we need to do is we buy and we put on the red spot area. So maybe 2-3 copies. And everybody has a chance to use it within the library. You can't take it out. You can use it in the library for 3 hours. And next day, the next 3 hours, nobody borrow, then you can use it, you can continue to extend another 3 hours. But come to the counter to renew it. If not, there will be fine incurred. And there are some magazines who are non-circulating. Magazine means current magazine, like Times Magazine, Fortune magazines. All these are current issue. You can't take it out. You have to use it in the library. Bound magazine means sometimes when your assignment you need it is we put the whole year subscription, let's say whole year of Time or Fortune, and buy into 1 book. That's called bound magazine. That one you can borrow as if it's a book. 1 copy per 14 days. Next, please. And this is a fine schedule. So if you borrow a book, and if it's an open shelf, it's 50 cents per book per day. And this amount is cumulative until you return the book. So if you say borrow today, and until you graduate, you don't return the book, the fine will keep running. And also for those who are plan to go overseas halfway, please return the book before you go, because if not, we'll go after your parents. Your parents will have to come and return the book, have to pay the fine, and have to find your books. So do them a favor, return all the books before you leave for another country. And for red spot is $1 per book per hour. So after 3 hours, if you still want to do it, you still want to borrow it, please come to the counter to renew another 3 hours. If not, we'll charge you $1 per hour. All right? And if you lose a book, you have to replace it. 2 ways to replace. Replacement copy means you go and buy the same copy, bring it back to us. All right? At your own cost, and if there's fine, we have to fine you, pay for the fine. Another way is the library will buy, but we'll charge you double of the book or the price. All right? So there are 2 ways to pay if you lose the book. And of course, if there's fine incurred, you have to pay the fine. Next, please. In our system, there are 4 emails sent to you. These 4 emails to remind you that your books are going to be due soon. So it's a notice that's sent to your email. So whatever email you give to the faculty is important, because the email will send to your email that you give it to the faculty. And check the spam box and the junk box. Somehow, sometimes it doesn't go into your inbox. So check the other two boxes to make sure the email doesn't go there. A total of 4 notices. One first notice is 3 days before due. 3 days means there's no fine yet. All right. So you should take action immediately for the 3 days of first notice to either return it or come to the library to let us know you want to renew it. All right. Second notice is 1 day after due, means already incurred 50 cents per book. And then 3 days and 5 days, means total 4 notices to send to you. All right. So try to comply to this and do not delay and return the book as soon as you can. And this overdue notice is just a courtesy reminder. You cannot use it as an excuse and say, oh, I never received the email, so I should not be fined. No, we still fine you. Because this is only a courtesy. It's just a reminder. So you still have to pay for the fine until the books are returned. All right, next please. Okay, next I want to show you how to look for the books before you come to the library. Yeah, at home. You want to check whether the books are in the library before you come. All right, so you go into, this is the library website, OPAC. OPAC means Open Public Access Catalog, means online catalog, to show you what are the books that's in the system. All right, so you can click here, next please. And you will see a pop-up box to ask you to key in the title by keywords. You don't have to key full title if you don't know, just keyword. And then the titles are all displayed. Then you check which title is you want, the first screen. Second screen is after the books that you already identified that you need. And then you look at the center section. The center section is to show you the location. This is to tell you where the books are. And if you see there's a due back, means somebody has borrowed the book and due at a certain time. But if you don't see any due back, means you can borrow from any of the library. Then you will know before you come, you will know, okay, which are the library that have the book. Sometimes if all the books are loaded out and you're in year M, but you know that the book is in Subang, you don't want to go all the way to Subang, come to the counter and let us know. We will arrange for the book to bring to you. But because Subang and here is quite a distance, you give us 1 or 2 days for us to bring the books because you need to arrange for the transport to bring the books back to you. All right. So you have to look at here first to see where the books are. So these are the other more details to see exactly the book that you need. Next, please. So before you come to the library, what you can do is jot down the call number. This is the call number. Look down the title of the book and the author. Then when you come to the library, next please. Physically, we arrange the books according to the call number. Call number according to alphabet order, number, and alphabet. In every book, there's a little tab label on the spine of the book. This is the way we arrange the book, by alphabet order, and then number and alphabet. What does that mean? The alphabet number HF stands for Accounting, Business, and Finance books. And 5635 is specifically for accounting. WAT is the last 3 digits of the author's surname. This system, next please, it's called the Library of Congress system. It's a US system. Those who are going to US, you probably get familiar with the system here. When you go US, it'll be very, very easy for you because it's the same system. All right. So we arrange a book by alphabet order, A to Z. All those in red color are the books that very highly used. So your books are mostly under H, accounting, business, and all that. So once you walk into the library, all the books are arranged according to alphabet order. We also have a label on the next to the shelf to let you know what are the alphabet of the books. So you can look for your books under the alphabet order. If you are going to UK, the system called Dewey system, theirs is by number 1 to 9. This system is US system, alphabet A to Z. All right. So first few times, if you are not sure, ask the librarian at the counter. Then they can show you how to do it. I got my librarian here, Fidaus. So Fidaus can also guide you on how to look for the books first few times. After that, you can go straight and look for the book yourself based on the call number. Or arrange your call number order starting by the alphabet. All right, next please. And next, I want to show you how to access the journals articles. Why do you need journal articles? You will say, I already use the books. Why should I bother to have journals? What is the difference between books and journals? So basically the books are, by the time you receive the book or you borrow a book, it's already outdated. Even the book says 2021 published, but it's already outdated. Why? Because the author need time to write the book. They have to take at least 2 years to finish the book. So the data in there is already outdated. But you still need the books because you need the theory. Let's say you're doing economics theory, marketing theory, you need all the theory. So books are good for theory. But for your assignment, if you just use theories alone, you wouldn't get very high marks. You need more than theories, especially degree courses. You need to have some input from you. You need some input from other authors who what do they think of the subject area. That's where the journal comes in. Journals will have the latest development in the area that you are doing. Let's say you are doing marketing. What is digital marketing now compared to previous normal marketing? So what is the latest in digital marketing? These are the things that you can only find in journals. So as a degree student, you have to learn to read the journals and make use of the information and put it into an assignment, then only you can score. And of course, you can also put in your viewpoint, add in, then to make more marks for yourself. All right. So in order to go into the journals, first thing is once you click into database or you click into this URL, you will have a pop-up screen to ask you to key in your student ID and the password assigned by CIC or help desk. All right. Next, please. Okay, this password and use student ID. Student ID is the ID that already assigned to you. Password, you have to pay attention because each password only valid for 90 days. After 90 days, the password is not valid anymore. So you have two ways to activate back your password. First is you come to the go to help desk, which is on the UL floor here. Ask the help desk to reset your password. Another way is you email to helpdesk@helplife.edu.my. When you email to them, give them your student ID, your full name, and the program you're on. Sometimes they may even ask for your IC number. And for students from overseas, we probably ask for your passport number, just to verify your status, whether you are active student, whether you pay your fees. All right? So they need all this info in order to activate back the password for you for another 90 days. All right? And please note that this password is different from the LMS and the MyPride. MyPride and LMS, they ask you to reset your own password. This one, you have to get help desk to reset for you for now. All right? So your email, your Help Life email, your Microsoft Teams, the library system, and all the computers when you use inside the library, the PCs, and the Wi-Fi password, all this is the same password. All right? So don't confuse these two, because we have students asking me for LMS password, and they keep getting confused between the two passwords. So take note that this password you reset on your own. MyPride and LMS, this one only you send to help desk. All right? Next, please. So this is how the databases look like. The screen look like. You just click in, and then you can use it. Next, please. Okay, this is the input screen, like the search, like Google search like that. And I think the Hamida, they have sent you some of the two videos. One is how to search the databases. The other one is how to download the ebooks. I'm not going to spend time on that. You read through the video, very short video, teach you how to search the journals and teach you how to download ebooks. All right. So make use of that as you do your assignments. All right. Next, please. And as all your assignment, you need to put citation. And I think your department or your faculty is using APA. Some faculty are using Harvard. So once you are inside a progress article, look for the word cite. Once you put the word cite, then you choose which format you want. APA, then the system will show you the APA format. Your lecturer will probably tell you more which format they want. The purpose of putting a citation is to tell people where you get the source from. If not, you are considered plagiarism. Means you copy somebody else without approval. So you need the approval, or you need to cite them to say that I get this article from this database. So that's why you need to cite all your article at the back of your assignment. All right, next please. And I know some of you just don't like to use the databases. You just say, oh, I just go Google. Don't use Google. Google has a lot of some nonsense, some false data. It's not the most accurate data. It's not peer review, they call it. Means nobody really look through whether they are genuine. So if you use Google, the chances of getting it wrong is very high. And it's not good for your assignment. So if you want to use Google Scholar. Google Scholar is a correct one, where they have proper peer review. The articles are okay. But the problem with this is, some of them do not have a full text. They usually, some full text, some don't have. Like this one, you have to subscribe to the EBSCO database or the ProQuest database, then only you have full text. That's why you need both. You can go to Google to look at the articles that you need first and see whether you have full text. If you don't, if they say mention about the database, if we subscribe to the database, you still have to come back to our database to search for the article. All right, so make use of this also to help you with your resources. Next, please. So again, in Google Scholar, you see the 2 little comma there. Click into 2 little comma, then you will see the citation again. Remember, every article you take from Google Scholar for your assignment, you must cite it properly. If not, you'll be regarded as plagiarism. All right, so that's a very serious offense for academic. All right, you can even lose marks, and some strict lecturer can even fail your assignment. So remember to cite the article. Any article, anywhere you take, you have to cite where you get it from, and use this little 2 comma there as a citation, to get your citation format. Next, please. Okay, now the ending soon. The rules and regulations, just to remind, try to return all your books before you graduate, and don't delay too long because the fine will keep running. Second thing is you cannot photocopy any textbook because of copyright issue. Next, please. And also, if the library is crowded, try to don't make so much noise so they don't disturb others. All right. So respect each other's space so that everybody have a chance to use the library fruitfully. Next, please. And for food, you can bring water into the library, but do not bring any sugary drinks because they will attract ants and all kinds of pests. And don't bring food, jafan and all this, please don't bring in. Because they will, again, after you finish, you just put the box into the basket, and if the cleaner don't clean it in time, then all the other pests will come in. So only water is allowed, but other drinks are not allowed in the library. All right, thanks. Next, please. Okay, last slide. If you have problem with password, please send to helpdesk@helplife.edu. If you have any other problem with the system or not sure how to use the journals, go to the website, ask a librarian. It will send to library@help.edu.my. Then this is the one that usually the library staff will handle, will reply to you. Especially weekend, don't send to here to ask for password. Because you send to us, we cannot help you. Only help desk can reset your password. You have to wait until next Monday. Then only they can do it for you. So password send straight here. All right. Only other things other than password on how to use a database, you can send here. And if you need help, come to the library, look for Fidaus, look for any other library staff. We are more than happy to guide you, especially when you're new, you need time to get used to the system. So feel free to come to us. All right. Next, please. Okay, any question? So wish you all the best and have an enjoyable time here. Any question? No? Okay then, thanks, bye.
Okay. That's my. Hello? Okay. Thank you, Ms. Cha, for a really informative session to talk about the Library and Student Placement Center. And I hope all of you have learned something from her. And the next speaker is going to share to us about the global study experience of the credit transfer program. And for those students who are going to do the credit transfer program, please listen to his speech, and I hope you guys can learn something from him too. And now, please let us welcome the next speaker, the Assistant Manager of the Student Placement Center, Mr. Michael Huang Han Ming. Please give him a round of applause.
Ladies and gentlemen, mic check 1 2 3. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for coming over. Mike. Okay, so let me start off by saying welcome to Help University. Just to share a little bit of a personal thing, I actually was from Help. I studied psychology and now I'm here. So ladies and gentlemen, once again, welcome to Help University. So as the slide is being shown as we speak, I will just give you guys a rundown as to how we work. So first off, my head of the department, Josephine, will actually pass on some forms. All you need, if you're interested to actually go or not, just let us know. We're more than happy to assist you in any inquiries from inquiry up to visa. So give me a moment, yeah? Mic check. Oh, finally, the mic is working and you can hear my voice. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, once again, my name is Michael. I'm actually from the Student Placement Center in Help University. And this is actually the view of our office right here in ELM. So those who are in ELM, you can actually come and visit us. This office is very familiar to everyone if you go to ELM, but we're at the corner. So if you guys are not so familiar as to where it is when you're at level 5, just feel free to actually ask any of the receptionists or staff. They'll be able to bring you in. So next slide. So this is supposed to be our video, but unfortunately there's no audio. So it's quite alright because we actually will feature in our Facebook pages and everything. So this is just a sneak preview as to what the video is about. So for now, we're just going to proceed to next. So since you all are unable to view the video, and I apologize for that in advance, I will tell you what we are. We are a one-stop center. We assist students to transfer from Help University to Australia, UK, and New Zealand. Now, we actually assist from inquiry up to visa. So inquiry, submitting application. If you want to know what is the offer letter, we also provide a service as well. Then acceptance of offer, make payment, visa, flight tickets, accommodation, so on and so forth. So pretty much we actually assist from A to Z. That is the way we have been rolling for the past few years, and we're rolling it still. So next, please. Now, let me explain the application flow chart to give you an idea as to what I mean. So you start with inquiries. Inquiries can be, for example, oh, I want to go to this university. I want to go to this university, you know, and you are not so sure as to whether you are eligible for said university or subjects and so on and so forth. That is the reason why inquiries is very important. It's for you to be able to know what are your choices, whether you qualify or not. Then from there, you can then proceed to submit your application. Submitting an application to us will enable you to have a much more clean and simple and easy transition. Because sometimes the application form may have a lot of different types of things inside, which you may not understand. We're there to assist you as well. So once you have submitted the application, then maybe say in roughly 2 to 3 weeks, you receive either a conditional offer or unconditional offer. I'll run you through what it is, so do not worry. So conditional offer means, say for example, okay, you submit an application, they return to you, they have a few conditions. Now, a conditional offer will normally ask you for English, academics, for business is math, and a few other things that you need to fulfill in order for you to be able to get a full offer. That is very general, but don't worry, we'll assist you throughout the entire time. But if say, for example, you have a full offer or unconditional offer, you can proceed to pay the deposit, accept the offer, and then from there you receive your COE for Australia, CAS for UK, and we will then proceed with your visa, accommodation, so on and so forth. And after which, once you arrive in Australia, UK, or New Zealand, you do not have any more problems. You can just go ahead and enjoy your overseas experience. Next, please. Now, let's talk about subjects. What type of subjects for the credit transfer do you need? This is an example of what subjects you can take. Always refer to your faculty for this, but your faculty actually has prepared a handbook which will enable you to know what subjects you need to take for a university. So, For example, for this university I picked, it's University of Queensland for the accounting major. So if you take all these subjects that is listed here, the chances of you being able to transfer will be much higher, because as long as you actually follow all of the subject listing, it'll be fine. But say for example, oh wait, I took in subjects that it's not even relevant. What am I going to do? Then you go on panic mode. Don't worry. We can actually talk to the university and see if the subjects are relevant or not. So we're there for you 24/7. Next, please. Now, next. Yes. Okay, so now we're talking about MPU subjects. Everybody is why MPU subjects? Now, it's because it's a government thing. So therefore, if you're going for 1 plus 2, 1.5 plus 1.5, 2 MPU1 from this list on your left will be the one you need to take, while the MPU2, which is on your right, this is what you need to take if you're going for 2 plus 1. So combination of 2, if you take 2 plus 1, if you are taking 1 plus 2 or 1.5 plus 1.5, the one on the left is sufficient enough. Next, please. Now, let's talk Australia. Good day, everyone. Let's go. So, credit transfers for the Bachelor of Business. This is for the Accounting and Finance major. So say, for example, you're interested in the 2 plus 1 pathway, you can consider the University of Queensland. We're the only university in Malaysia that actually has a 2 plus 1 articulation with the University of Queensland. That's the reason why a lot of students actually go to the University of Queensland. We also do have a variety as well, like Griffith, Macquarie, Wollongong. We also have 1.5 and plus 1.5 and 1 plus 2 as well. So the variety is definitely there. But we do have, out of the group of 8, we have 5 of them, which is very good already. Next, please. We also have for marketing as well. The list is the same. So say, for example, you're interested to know about marketing. This is the full list for you. Then next, please. We also have for human resource management. This is the list. In case if you feel that, hey, I'm going a little bit too fast, raise your hand. I'll slow down. And you say, for example, if I'm going too slow, raise your hand. Say, I'm sorry, please go faster. That's fine. Next, please. Now, this for international business, very clear cut. 2 plus 1, 1.5, 1 plus 2. Next, please. Then, of course, entrepreneurship and tourism management. So for those who want to go for entrepreneurship, the maximum is 1.5 plus 1.5. 2 plus 1 is rather rare. So this is just to keep in mind. Next, please. Now, this is the credit transfer for the Bachelor of Management or the Bachelor of Economics. For those who are thinking, I want to consider management and economics instead, this is the list of university you can consider for the said 2 subjects. But of course, if you feel that, hey, I want to know more details, you can feel free to come and see me. Next, please. Now, we're talking about the Bachelor of Business Analytics. For those who are online, actually, this is only for the Subang 2 campus. We only have one at the moment, which is from Macquarie University. They're pretty good in their business analytics course, and it just started. So it's a good opportunity for you to give it a go, because Macquarie University is a pretty good university when it comes to business analytics. Next, please. Now, we're talking about diploma in business. For those in diploma, these are the list of universities you can consider for 2 plus 2, which means 2 years in your diploma and the remaining 2 years in Australia, UK, and New Zealand. So next, please. So this is the tuition fee, living expenses. I know everybody wants to talk about numbers, so let's talk numbers. So the tuition fee roughly minimum is about 30K for each major. But say, for example, if you're going for science-based subjects, it's 47K, but because we're all business, put it this way, so it's about 40K each. Living expenses is roughly 20K to 25K, because this is based on off-campus accommodation, living expenses, transportation, so on and so forth. So after you calculate everything, it's roughly about 150K to 220K in estimation. But of course, the exchange rate tends to fluctuate. I recall one time it was about 2.8 when I first checked through, then suddenly it became 3. So it really depends how you do it. So of course, planning is indeed very important in this rate. But of course, this does not include medicine, dentistry, or veterinary. So this is something I must point out. Next, please. When to apply for scholarships. If everybody's going to talk about numbers, let's talk about scholarships as well. So in this will be repeated. In the sense for Australia and New Zealand, the February intake, the deadline is November, July intake is in April. So eligibility in general will be basically academic or merit scholarship, which means your CGPA has to be really high. And of course, a letter of recommendation for relevant institutions, offer letter received, and also you must be an international student, which, by the way, we're all international students in terms of the university itself, so we were fine. Just to point out one very strong example later, we have a collaboration with the University of Queensland. I'll show you guys in a bit. So next, please. Now, let's talk about scholarships next. So let me point out one important scholarship that normally help students would try to compete in order to obtain this scholarship. Now, there is a UQ Help Scholarship. Now, this UQ Help Scholarship is particularly from 25% up to 100% for your studies in the University of Queensland for your final year. I repeat, final year tuition fee waiver. Who doesn't want that? Wow. Okay, so the CGPA is 3.6 and above, but it's only for the 2+1 arrangement. So say for example you have 3.8, 3.9, then you can consider to apply for this scholarship. But of course you need to be interviewed. You also need to have a very strong curricular activity record, and as well as being able to handle all the interviews as well. So don't worry, we'll guide you through on the processes later. But of course, there are other scholarships as well. Another thing to note is the Australian National University. They actually do have scholarships that ranges from, say, 100%, 50%, or 20%, depending on how you do in your studies. It's very competitive. Not all students will be able to get it. So these are some of the scholarship that is to offer. But of course, if you have any questions, you can feel free to ask me. Also, do note that this scholarship tends to change from time to time. Next, please. For example, right, for Macquarie University, we also do have a ASEAN scholarship for 10,000. But of course, things may change. They may come up with the 15,000 as well, which is for help students only. But then, of course, if say, for example, you want to know more updates about this scholarship, you can just feel free to come to our office and see us. We're more than happy to assist you. Next, please. So these are the scholarship winners. As of date, we have 194 scholars for the University of Queensland, especially in February 2020, where we actually have these 3 students. So next. So now we're looking into the scholarship winner for the University of Queensland's Bachelor of Economics. There's only one person by the name of Craig Ritchie. He's my student. Super happy for him. So this one is a 20% off, just like that. So of course, each time when you go through the studies, you definitely will have an opportunity for scholarships. So do not worry about so much. Just go through us. We're more than happy to assist you to find a way to be able to get the scholarship that suits you for the better. Next, please. Now we're looking into some scholarship winners. I'll just name a few. Shalini is actually one of the students who managed to get 100% for her studies in ANU, which means for the duration of 2 years, she's fully covered. Of course, these 2 students managed to get 50% and many others as well. So if you go next, you also will see that Macquarie University also do have some scholarships as well, ranging from full scholarship, which is back in 2018, but now they revised it to 15K per each year. So if, say, for example, you've studied 2 years in Macquarie University, you, instead of get 15, you get 30. That's the thing. Next, please. So of course, New South Wales is no less. We actually do have a track record of New South Wales winners. Next, please. So basically, up to 2020, we do have a lot of students who actually managed to transfer over for their studies in University of New South Wales, which is roughly about 10K one time off. But then again, you have opportunities to learn more in that sense. Next, please. So I'm done with the land down under. I'm going to go to the corgis. So top of the morning to everyone. So basically, this is actually the credit transfer pathway to Bachelor of Business for the Accounting and Finance. These are the universities. But say, for example, if you see some sort of a star or asterisk, basically the 1+2 pathway is available for you as well. Next, please. But of course, not to mention other things, but of course, Business Management, Human Resource, International Business and Marketing. These are all of the universities that has an articulation with us. Again, some of the 1+2 is available as well. Next, please. And then we also do have economics and business economics as well. So, of course, we have a wide variety of majors as well. So, in case if you want to know more about these majors, just come to us. Next, please. So, this is a Bachelor of Management. So, say, for example, if you're going for the Bachelor of Management course, these are the universities you can transfer to. So, it's not just particularly Bachelor of Business specifically, but you can also consider for the Bachelor of Management and next for the Bachelor of Tourism Management, Hospitality, and also Economics as well. So for tourism management and hospitality management, these are the universities you can consider for your studies. Next, please. And of course, with the diploma in business as well for the 2+2 program as well. So a lot of varieties, many ways to get in. Just a matter of which university we'd like to consider. Next. So tuition fee, living expenses, we're talking about numbers once again. So after calculation of all the tuition fee and the living expenses, by the way, it depends on where you live. Say, for example, if you live inside London, it's about 12K. If, say, for example, you're outside London, it's roughly 10K. So the cost is roughly about 110K to 194 to maybe say 200K. So this is as of 17th of August, but of course the exchange rate tends to fluctuate quite a lot. So again, does not include medicine, dentistry, and veterinary. One thing to find out. Next, please. So again, I'm going back to this same slide because for UK it's April to June. But for Australia is February, intake is November, July, intake is April. So just a reminder. Also another reminder, eligibility in general once again is merits, letter of recommendation, unconditional offer must be received, you must be an international student, and finally for some universities you may need to actually have a co-curricular activity track record and as well as a recommendation letter from your lecturer as well. Next please. So scholarships from UK universities, we go straight to the whole idea of how UWE also has a 25% up to 100% for their studies, but the CGPA requirement is only 3.3. So say for example, if you're interested to find out more about the scholarship, you can just feel free to come to drop by at our office. We're more than happy to explain as well. So these are just a rough idea of the scholarship. If you go next, you also have other scholarship as well. Birmingham City, UCB, Cardiff, Coventry, and many other universities is available for you. Next please. And also Middlesex, Northumbria, and Northampton. Next please. So there are a lot of different scholarships available for everyone. So it's not just for Australia, but UK as well. So next. So the UK University scholarship winners are all around. So say for example, okay, you want to consider going to Hertfordshire. Has anyone actually managed to get a scholarship? Here you go. Next please. So of course we also do have scholarships all around for this for the years that we are through for 2014 to 2019. 2020 hasn't yet to be released because for UK their intake starts in September, while for Australia it's February and July. That's the reason why I can give you the July one a little bit quicker. Next please. So of course these are the for UWE Bristol. You can see that we have from 2014 to 2019. So there's a long list, but of course the list grows as it comes. Next please. So we have events for you as well. So say for example, if you what type of event do we organize? First of all, we have monthly counseling sessions. This is with the representatives from overseas universities. Say for example, you want to meet with the representative from the University of Queensland, or you want to meet up with the rep from maybe say Cardiff University. You can actually arrange an appointment with us, or you can just watch out in all of your social medias, in your faculty social media, to find out more as to when you're able to meet with the representative. But of course, it's always good to make a registration, advanced registration, because we are actually moving towards an online counseling session as well in Microsoft Teams. So everything is convenient. All you need to do is to register through us, and then we're more than happy to bring it forward and bring you in when the time comes. We also have a study in Australia, UK, and New Zealand fair. This is held twice a year. It's twice a year, which basically involves all the universities from overseas to come into one event so that they're able to actually speak to us in that sense, or say for example want to speak to you more about which course you want to take, not just specifically for the course you want to take, but so you get to know more information. Maybe possibly you want to know more about the study life there as well. So that's one thing to consider. Now, pre-departure briefing for students transferring to overseas university. This is also held twice a year as well. For Australia, for UK, it will be once a year depending on situation. So of course, the pre-departure briefing talks about number one, accommodation, number two, flight, number three, what you need to prepare for your visa as well. And number four, any other updates that is very important that must be raised as well. So these are some of the things that we help, because we not only help you in your application, but we also will support you in terms of being able to transit from your study state help university to your overseas university of your choice. Next please. So for more information on how to apply to overseas university, you can refer to us, the Student Placement Center. And if you'd like to know more about the credit transfer overseas, you can visit this particular link. This link will lead you to our inquiry form online, which will enable you to be able to make an appointment with us. Then we can actually arrange to talk to you more about your credit transfer. But of course, for students who are here, if you have filled in the form already, you have already filled in the form as well. So basically, we will be in touch with you very soon to talk more about the credit transfer. Next piece. So of course, this is our Student Placement Center. Put it this way, based on the pictures, you know that we're actually pretty active. And this is the two different locations we have. So for those who are tuning in from online, just to let everyone know that the ELM Business School, the campus is right here. The ELM Business School is at level 5. If you do not know where is our office, feel free to ask our receptionist or any of the staff. They're more than happy to bring you in. But for the Subang 2 campus, just visit the Customer Markets Department in order for you to be able to access to the office itself. So with that, that is actually the end of our presentation. Do you guys have any questions so far? Anyone? Anyone? don't worry. If say, for example, you do not have any questions, you can feel free to just come and approach me. By the way, name is Michael once more. And if you have any questions about, let's say, oh my gosh, I don't know what to do with this. What about this subject? What about this university? There's a lot of students who have asked me, and I know some of the people in this room who actually ask me a lot of questions, which is fine as well. We are also reachable via WhatsApp, so we'll give you our WhatsApp number when we meet. Okay, so with that, I would like to thank everyone for listening in. And of course, if say, for example, you have any questions, just feel free to come to our office, or you can just email us at spc@help.edu.my and we can just get started. So I just want to thank everyone. Welcome to Help University. It is a great pleasure to be able to meet you, and I do hope that your study journey will be a great one. Thank you and have a great day.
Thank you, Michael. Okay, I bet you guys are. Just to point out a little bit, just now when Michael said about the scholarships kind of thing, actually most of the BSE members' names are up there. So if you really want to join BSE, be like us, Business Student Committee. Don't be afraid that you cannot manage your time to study and organize events. It's all possible. It's how you manage your time. So, and also Michael is a very talkative person. So if you have any questions, you can talk to him. He's a very nice guy. Okay, we will wait for our next speaker, but in the meantime, is the next speaker here, Daniel? Not here yet. All right, since we have a little time here, so why not we do a little bit of talking? Is it okay? Are you guys cool or something? Anyone cool? Raise up your hand. Very cool. Is it very cool? Girls at the back, okay? See whether I can switch off. Okay, it's okay. I will do it later. All right, let's talk about the busybody again. All right, the people that you are having right now. Since our next speaker is not here yet, is it? Is our next speaker here? Okay. No. Okay. Why not you guys take out the paper right now? For those who haven't finished the riddle, do it now. All right, because we want to divide your group as soon as possible. We have more interesting events coming in a while after this last talks we are having. All right. So I know you guys are a little bit tired and you've been sitting here for an entire day. Don't worry, the next session is going to be very, very interesting. Okay? Anyone needs help? Can you call the busybody coming? Okay, busybody, come in. All right. So, anyone didn't attend the e-orientation yesterday? I mean, those who are here today. Anyone didn't? So you didn't. What's your name? Sorry? Kenya. All right, nice to meet you. Daniel. All right, nice to meet you. Okay, so everyone has actually attended the e-orientation, right? So as you know, these are our busybodies. So they will be guiding you guys through the games and the campus tour later. But then you guys have to figure out who they are and who is your busybody. And the clue is actually in your hand, in the riddle, all right? So why not, since the next speaker is not here, why not we spend a little time, try to find out who your groupmate is, and try to find out who your busybody is. Is it okay? I give you guys 5 minutes to walk around and find your groupmates. Right now, go. Do something, busybody. Go find your groupmates also. Ask around, I don't know. Who is group 3? There's someone who want to ask who is in group 3. Go ahead and meet your groupmates and your busybody faster. Let's go. Since you've been sitting a long while, it's a time, Busybody, introduce yourself to your members, introduce yourself to your group mates because they don't know you and you don't know them, all right? Find your lost babies faster. After finding all your group mates, please note down the number of person you are having, all right? Anyone? Busybody, please note down all the numbers you are having, all right? How many person in the group? Note down, all right? Okay, group 4, group 4. Where is group 4? Okay, group 4. Nigel, you have one lost baby. Tell how you guys get the clue. All right, after you find your members, try to get to know yourself, try to know your friends and all that kind of thing. And also, that part, don't crowd around just to match with the normal, social distancing kind of thing. Ashley, there's more place there. You can go there. Go near there. All right. Try to get to know more of your friends, the people you might know. It is very important to get new friends in the uni area. Huh? Bowen, how many people you have there? 3. Daniel, how many people? 5, is it? Keho, how many people are you having? Keho, how many people are you having? Okay, I think you have to pass one to Bowen team, all right? How many, Ashley? How many, Nigel? 5 also, right? Okay. Introduce yourself to your friends, all right? Try to get to know their name, their interests, and all that kind of thing. Busybody, please get the phone number also because you have to add them into the WhatsApp group, all right? Get the phone number, all right? after you guys have familiarized yourself with your group mates, why not go and meet other group mates, all right? Because in university, the most important thing to know friends. You have to know more friends to widen up your social circle, like I said yesterday. So, make friends. Okay, for those online one, I don't know whether you guys can see me or not. I feel like I'm a YouTuber, all right? Okay, you guys will be asking how you guys can join this ice breaking, how do you know more friends in this session? Don't worry, after they have created the group, we will send the same similar questions to you guys there, and they will add you, the busybody will add you into the group, so you guys can have fun there. And also, if you guys want to meet out somewhere after this orientation, somewhere outside in a cafe or something, go ahead, all right? No problem. Just go and meet your busybody. Or if you guys want to date me also can, okay? Just let me know, all right? Okay. That's it. just to update you guys a little bit, actually, you guys will be having 2 busybody in a group, but then one of them are not here, all right? One of them is, they will come tomorrow, all right? So if you guys want to know another busybody, be sure you guys come tomorrow, so all right? Okay, guys, sorry to interrupt. All right. I know you guys been meeting new friends, very excited right now. But then I want to divide your groups into. I want you guys to sit together. So I will just pinpoint one place. This one for group 1, group 2, group 3, group 4, group 5, group 6. All right. So can you guys just move your things, then just sit with your own group? Is it all right? Yeah. Just do it now, so then you can talk later. All right? Because I want you guys to sit in a group. Group 1, group 2. Mr. David is going to introduce him. You introduce lah. This I for fun only.
Mr. David Tai.
Busybody, please arrange your group members properly. Group 1, Group 2, Group 3, Group 4, Group 5, Group 6. Just form a group if you have one place to sit together, right? This one. I think here. Wait, Nigel. All right. No combining tables. All right. For now, because we have one last speeches from Mr. David. All right. After his speeches, then we will have our session. All right. So please be patient. We will listen to Mr. David speak now. All right. Nigel? Just sit back to your own place first. Sit back to you here, all right? Settle down. I know you guys are excited. I'm very excited too. Okay, settle down, guys. Settle down. Help her. Her chair. Yeah, thank you. No, bring that one. Okay, so now we'll be having our last session. Can we please give a round of applause to Mr. David Tai to speak on Student Mobility Program.
Hi, good afternoon. My name is David. I'm not going to take so much of your time before your lunch break. Okay, I'm here to introduce you one of the program. Program doesn't mean that it's in your structures course. This more likely will be another, I would say, options for you to experience or make your program more interesting. Okay, student mobility program. I don't know how well do you know about student mobilities, especially this one. The word mobilities is from like just you have your mobile phone. Mobilities, you can walk around, you can run around, you can go anywhere. This is the words, the meaning of this word. Okay, this is the definition. It's a technical knowledge. Mobilities program. The student mobility is the program that initiates the exchange of students between two or more institutions for a short duration of studies. Chinese, 学生交换计划 in Malay, okay? Program Pertukaran Pelajar. From its definition, you know, while you are studying here, you should be proud of joining HELP because we are one of the best university in Malaysia, even worldwide. We're well recognized. And you should be lucky and be joyful if you join the program where you can pick some of your subject. Instead of complete in health, you can complete or you can finish, you can continue in our partnerships overseas. Okay, how? That would be a so-called campaign or a plan while you are studying, like choose some of the subjects. For example, instead of complete in health, you can choose to study, for example, our partner university in Melbourne University, by matching these two subjects. Okay? And why? What the purpose of such a programs we are providing to our students? There are few objectives. For example, academic, as what I told you, instead of you study in health in Malaysia, you can enjoy another kind of context in overseas, and you can understand how they studies using different approach for a same or similar subjects. Okay, you can have the experience, you can have the chance to understand how they conduct in other countries. Culture, of course, by joining this program, you have the chance to understand or to know students from different country, different zones, even different regions, what's their lifestyles. This is an opportunity for you to stay there and to live together with them. Friendship, of course, for young people like you, not me, I'm not young anymore. For young people like you, I think making friends is one of the important things, where it links to maybe in future, like career. Who knows, sometime, someday, you have the chance to work overseas. And this is how you connect overseas or to the outside world besides Malaysia. Okay? With such a context or network, I would say, or connections, you may have more chance compared to others who is not taking such a program. Okay? Career, of course, as what I told you, with such a experience when you explore overseas, you are more confident to introduce yourself, to show off yourself, how good you are, what's your talents, what's your strong points, so that perhaps in future you may have the chance to work in an international corporate company and perhaps go overseas. Okay? And of course, personalities. Somehow you might be very, very shy to speak out, and by having such a chance to making friends with others from other countries, this will, I would say, build up your own personality to be more open-minded, to be more friendly, maybe you can speak out loudly. Okay, and of course, a very important, I would say, reasons why our students joining this program is we have a chance to go abroad, to travel. Okay, we have so many overseas students to come to help. Also, at the same time, I'll help students go overseas. Why? For example, I have 200 at least, a year, every year. But now because of the pandemics, closed down. But for the previous year, at least 200 plus Korean students to come over here. They just study a 1 month English course. But in fact, they always, you won't find them, if it's really within weekend because they'll travel. And the places they travel is more than I've been. You know, they just travel to Bali, to Thailand, to Cambodia. You know, just few days. It's a short trip. Okay. As such, you may have such a kind of experience or chances to do the same while you are traveling, or to join our partners' university program while you are in their country or respective countries. Okay. Okay. I roughly tell you because this is the so-called behind such a so-called program. There are many terms and conditions. I just roughly tell you because I don't want to take so much of time. How many types of student mobilities that we are providing? Student exchange, study abroad program, or the short-term or summer or winter camp. They have different so-called kind of requirements. For example, these two, you can bring, as what I told you, you can bring the subject credit back to HELP, where you don't need to study that particular subject anymore in HELP after matching, after being recognized at both universities, and you can earn the subject credits. Meanwhile, this one, it doesn't really carry, I would say, credit transfer because it's a short term, maybe just for 1 week, 1 month, for example, just a study tour or cultural tour, just to join their program. For example, in Korea, there's a cultural study tour. If you are really interested in the K-pop kind of things, you know, you like the cuisine, you can join every year, even every semester. They have such a program. Okay. Okay, this is our partner university. I think it's only part of it where they provide so-called short-term or study abroad or exchange program. This so-called partners can be increased. Why I say that? Because some of the so-called newcoming university or partners is based on our request. If our students wish to go to certain university in certain countries, we can try to help to apply to request as long as they provide such a program, because not every university provides student exchange or student mobility program. So, but our department, my office, if you are interested, maybe group up in certain numbers like 5 or 10 students, you go together if you want, we can arrange such a so-called agreement. Because why exchange means that if we go there 5 students, they have to come here for 5 students. So that's the so-called purpose of having such a program. Okay, so that would be a more, I would say, details. In future, if you have, if you are interested, you can come to my office. My office is level 5. I'll tell later. But of course, I have to tell you the fact that because the country is locked down because of the pandemic, the outbreaks, lots of our activities have to be stopped. But of course, to you guys, you are just freshmen. Normally, our students exchange program or student mobility program only be accepted on the in your year 2. So, but before you join the program, you need at least a semester earlier, you know, for your application, because it's involved a lot of technical requirements. For example, the subject matching. You know, both subject have both universities have to do the matching, whether it's recognized or not. It takes time. So perhaps in future, in your year 2 or before your year 2, you can come to me. You can just approach me. I can advise and can guide you how to do. That will be further. But I have to introduce you now because it takes time for your preparation. You know. But of course, financially, you also have to think about it. You know, if you want to, if you are interested in joining this program, maybe you have to start save your money. You know, start saving your money. You know, it doesn't come in. I mean, it depends where you go, because I cannot tell you exact how much it will cost, but it depends where you go or which country you go. Okay. Okay, I'll just share some of our students where they travel to. For example, this is Korea. You know, they travel travel to Korea. They experience the snow. You know, during the winter time. This is also part of the trip. They also have some cultural or even some karate kind of things. You know, and next one. And at the same time, besides we going out, we also accept international students to come to our campus for a short time, just like what I told you. There are more than 200 students, Korean students, come and join our so-called summer English course. And this, perhaps you were thinking like, before I joined the so-called the mobility program, can I perhaps I may not have such a chance to go aboard, but I wish to know so-called other country students. This is a chance, because we accept them to join our program. At the same time, we will recruit student buddy. Student buddy is a helper to help them while they are stay in KL, in their study in Malaysia. So you guys can make friends. This is part of a campaign to so-called broaden your kind of maybe the friendship or networks, you know, with other country students. Okay, this is somewhere student from China as well. They are joining our course. This is a student from Japan. This is student from Korea. The English summer course. We bring them to Malacca, enjoy some local foods. Of course, there are some presentation as well. The Kajang Satay. This is a group from student from University of Portsmouth, our partners as well. They come here every year in August, roughly August, mid or early August. They like Malaysia, they like Indian food especially. This is also the same, but different group, different timing, different year. And also, we also bring our students joining this Australian program to Vietnam. Just a few days kind of trip, international trip. So it will be very, very interesting in future, okay? I just introduce you now because some of the programs, especially to Australia or UK, they need some academic requirement. Means that you might have a IELTS result, you might have achieved certain CGPA, you know. So if you have a plan in future, perhaps you can do it now, can think about it now, you know. Of course, chance is on your hand. I would say don't miss it while you're studying with us, okay? I might miss my slides. Sorry. Okay. My office is level 5. I would say my colleague here in business department can help if in future you want to ask anything about the student mobilities program. Even in Subang 2 campus, you can always approach my colleague in your departments. They will tell you how to reach me, and I'm very happy to tell you more on this. Okay? Thank you so much for your time.
Okay, thank you, Mr. David. So I bet you guys are really, really tired and hungry, right? Right? Okay, you guys are really hungry. Okay, now we will distribute the food. Okay, there's food prepared for you guys. So